Aboriginal, where you look just like an African. Call them out for a debate. Pick the video and then I laugh at them. Many niggas ain't even know shit. I kept trying to get this nigga to share my screen, he wouldn't even show this shit. And they keep trying to play the straw man like I ain't noticing. But he out here think he really doing some whole time I ain't even going. I told him come on and share that screen, the apple you pump fake. Call him Chinky, he don't even pop out, cheap holiday ends. Act like he started something, but he can't even defend. After apples looking at you like shit, what you on? I ain't gon' let Cosmo and Lucky take the Decoy bones. He say fuck the apple doctrine, that don't mean stand up. He say fuck that look of shit, my nigga, he said that. And you better quit lying on granny nigga shit and tell you this shit. How you got open smoke panel when you known for ducking phase? How you think you Aboriginal where you look just like an African? Call them out for a debate. Pick the video and then I laugh at them. Many niggas ain't even know shit. I kept trying to get this nigga to share my screen, he wouldn't even show this shit. And they keep trying to play the straw man like I ain't noticing. But he out here blind as hell, he talking about his eyes open. He think he really doing some whole time I ain't even going. I told him come on and share that screen, the apple you pump fake. I told him come on and share that screen, the apple you pump fake. How you got open smoke panel when you known for ducking phase?
What if recording high-quality content, editing like a pro, and streaming like a star was as simple?
Culture freedom. Culture freedom. I just met these ladies out here in the park randomly. How many of y'all ever heard y'all had Indian in your family?
Absolutely.
Everybody heard that before, right? Where did you hear it from? Who was the person that told you?
Our grandmother.
Once again, thank you very much, lady. I appreciate it.
All right.
Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Hey yo, these apples think they it, but they not. Every time I look around, they be on TikTok. Every time I look around, they saying something pseudo, knowing it's a lie, acting like it's really true though. Harriet Tubman's real, Nat Turner is a hero. I'ma keep it a buck. Dan Calloway's a weirdo. I'ma keep it a buck. Caremio is too. The research lie, he could never tell the truth. That coward A1, he's a miss no more. Just give me a shot, I can miss no more. Just give me the rock, it's a must. I score. These apples need to see a doctor, it's for sure. Hey, Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Hey yo, these apples think they real, but they fake. Always on YouTube, we could never get a break. All they do is cherry pick, die at their own sources. Pick the copper color, but not the hair of the horses. And DNA is not real, it's only for entertainment purposes. Can't believe how many times I heard this shit. Can't believe how many times I heard the same shit. Asking for the slave ships. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said I'm not an African. Grandma said I'm an Indian. Grandma said, how many times Grandma said we got Indian in us? It's a legend. It's a family legend. Grandma said we had Indian in us. Grandma ain't say we was Indian though. Stop taking Grandma out of context, man. Stop lying on Granny, man. Cause Grandma ain't say shit, man. You said it, man. You said it, man. Stop lying on Grandma. Grandma said.
How the fuck y'all find an African in my fucking family?
He died by his own genealogy.
Shut the fuck up. That don't make sense, for one. listen, y'all don't know what y'all
I
did.
don't feel like you standing on
And
business.
y'all lied on me because y'all don't even know if that's me. And if y'all can trace that shit back to it's me, it's only 2 people in YouTube that got my information.
Yeah, he died by his own genealogy. You ain't an Indian, you ain't got a lot of me. Half of this track, best believe you lose a lot of sleep. Probably because you made it up to us honestly. You ain't a Cherokee, nope. You ain't a Chickasaw, nope. You ain't a Blackfoot, nope. Nigga, get lost. You just a fool with low comprehension. So I gotta come through with the henchmen. NAC, Sean P, Shy Son, Lucky. Don't forget Jay, got no time to play. Caught an apple slipping with his genealogy. Now he's a con and I ain't talking about a singer. I'm coming for the top apple leader. He ain't a teacher, he's a preacher. He can't keep up, so we leave him. Yeah, he died by his own genealogy. You ain't an Indian, you ain't got a lot of me. Half of the track, best believe you lose a lot of sleep. Probably because you made it up to us possibly. You ain't a Cherokee, no. You ain't a Chickasaw, no. You ain't a Blackfoot. Nigga, get lost. You just a fool with low comprehension. So I gotta come through with the henchmen. NAC, Sean P, Shy Son, Lucky. Don't forget Jay, got no time to play. Caught an apple slipping off his genealogy. Now he's a con. OTK. TKO. Now he's a con. OTK. You died. TKO. Genealogy.
There is electromagnetic energy in that pyramid between.
What's good? It's your brother YK the Truth. Now another Abo dies by his own genealogy. OTK, the Pretendian, dies by his own genealogy. See, he got caught lying, saying that we stole his genealogy. He said that we used an email because he purchased my book.
And y'all lied on me because y'all don't even know if that's me. And if y'all can trace that shit back to it's me, it's only 2 people in YouTube that got my information. YK, because I bought his book, and the other nigga Jay from Round Table. So I'm calling the names out.
That is a damn lie. You shared your own genealogy on your channel 2 days ago. So nobody stole your genealogy. Now, his genealogy shows that his peoples are from West Africa.
Africa is for Africans.
Yeah, you just have to come back because Africans is African. This is where you belong.
Let me repeat that. His genealogy shows that he has African ancestry. I mean, the boy is mad. He's ready to sue because he got caught out there.
Man, I'm gonna do y'all something bad, dog. I swear on my Jesus. Y'all fuck with the right one. Go ahead. I'm watching all this shit.
Yo,
for real.
Sure. Dig this one, brother.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay!
And this is why they don't like to show their genealogy. Because every time they show their genealogy, they're going to show their ancestors being owned by Indians.
Say freedmen.
No, I didn't say it don't say freedmen. I'm saying the Chickasaw didn't accept freedmen. They didn't adopt freedmen.
Yes, they did. They were supposed to. No.
Well, he said the Chickasaw didn't adopt freemen, but the records is right in his face. Like, how foolish do you have to be when you're looking at the damn document, bro? They're going to show that their ancestors were slaves, and they're going to show that their ancestors are from Africa. Now they are trying to sweep this under the rug by claiming that we made it all up. But what OTK fails to realize is that he left a paper trail.
Why we not researching the name of that person and they ideology?
And this is my proof that this is Morris Pinckney, and he's buried in the cemetery. You know what I mean? You see it, colored infantry, Marine Corps. Morris Pinckney, one of the progenitors of my grandmama bloodline from Buford and all of that. Pocataligo Indians, you know what I mean? The Yamasee, you know what I mean? Shit, Edisto. Man, you got damn, I always mess that damn name up. Wachasachi? Waka, how you say, you know what I'm talking about? Right up in there.
I know you don't want to see Donald Trump retake the White House. I know you don't want a nationwide.
Yep.
Yeah.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Morris Pinckney was owned by Charles Pinckney, and Morris's mother, Effie Pinckney, was owned by Charles as well. All of these people are on this record and are West African from the Akan tribe. So OTK has a lot of explaining to do. I want to give a shout out to Not a Coincidence. I want to give a shout out to Sean P for this dagger. OTK, you cannot come back from this one. You shared this information. This information is public information. You cannot sue a damn person. You cannot sue anyone. You cannot sue me. You cannot sue Shasun. You cannot sue Sean P. You cannot sue anybody who puts this information up. See, this is your karma. Because the other day, you took up for the research guy when he tried to sabotage my family tree. Now look what's happening to you. Look what's happening to you. And Sharice, best believe your karma is coming as well. I told you. Nobody expected to find this. Nobody expected to find West African. This is how I know you guys are not doing your genealogy. OTK didn't even know who Affy was. He didn't even know who his ancestor was. Now, OTK is going to say, well, how come you're able to find my African, or how come NAC is able to find his African, but y'all can't find your African? But guess what? NAC found his African, and I found my Africans as well, with the 1880 census that says my fourth great grandparents were born in Africa. So stop that. We are doing our damn genealogy. You just got caught out there. You got caught out there, and there's no coming back from this. You're a tether. OTK is a tether, and he has ancestry from West Africa. See, they're going to try to sweep this under the rug, but I'm going to keep showing the receipts. Let's look at the receipts. Do you see it? It says Afi, West African, Akan. Akan is a tribe from Ghana. What's up, my African brother? Because I also have African lineage from Ghana as well. So welcome home, OTK. Welcome home. Now, we found your African ancestors. Show us your Indian ancestors. Can you do it? Because we found the West African from Akan, from Ghana. Now, you got to put up the Indians because you think that your peoples, you think that Pygmy Island was named after your peoples. But Pygmy Island was named after the people who owned your damn ancestors.
Back in 2022, I lost two very important people in my life, big figures. It really wasn't until February.
His cousin Charles Pinckney, however, became a Republican, and those were the gentlemen who followed Thomas Jefferson. And the tensions were so strong that Charles Cotesworth Pinckney disassociated himself, he and his brother Thomas, from their cousin Charles.
Let me repeat that. Pygmy Island was named after the people who owned your ancestors. Charles. Those people. See, this is why they don't show their genealogy. This is why they say, well, I'm not going to show my genealogy, but 111 True Searcher would show pictures of his mother, would show pictures of his grandmother, but won't show no pictures or no records, of his Indian ancestors. I call that cap. Now, since we are cooking them on an open grill, now it's back to the echo chamber. Now it's back to Block YK, Block NAC, Block Shah Sun, because they have been exposed. OTK has been exposed. His ancestors are from West Africa. Look at the paper trails. This is what he uploaded. He uploaded Maurice Pinckney's war records. We didn't do that. My book didn't do that. The email you gave me didn't do that. OTK did that. So OTK should only blame OTK. But guess what, OTK? You shouldn't be mad at NAC. You shouldn't be mad at me. You shouldn't be mad at Shasan. You shouldn't be mad at the Pan-Africans. You should be happy that you know who you are. You know you got African ancestors. Now he's going to say, well, look at those war records. How come it doesn't say they were born in Africa on those records? Because the other records doesn't say they were born in Africa. It just says that they are from West Africa. Simple. They have Ghana ancestry. Their peoples were brought from West Africa. That's all it means. So stop saying, well, how come it says the complexion on the war records, but it don't say African on the war records? How come this? How come that? Brother, we found your records. The jig is up. The jig is up. You have African ancestry, whether you like it or not. This is your history. I thought you was open to knowledge. OTK stands for open to knowledge. So why you're not open to the knowledge that you have African ancestry? Why? Now, you tried very hard to say that we stole your information, but we have the receipts that show you showed your own information, not us. So stop lying. Stop getting on live lying, because I will share this video. Sharice, stop lying. Stop saying we fabricated history. Stop lying. The records add up. Affy and Morris. Why would a name like Affy is uncommon? So why would Affy and Morris be together if they're not the same people?
If you've been getting scam texts like these, it was me. I said that probably means your data's been leaked. And I have all of it. Who leaked it? I did it. I leaked it. Luckily.
That's on Pygmy Island. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. You guys have been exposed. Stop lying. Stop making it up. Acknowledge your history. Cherish your history, man. This shows that you can be an Aboriginal as long as you deny your African history. You can even have African history, but if you deny it, they still will welcome you. I bet you right now, if I say, yo, I'm not an African anymore, I want to be an Aboriginal, no matter all the papers I show that says I'm an African, no matter my DNA, all of that stuff is fake. And they will say, yo, welcome home, you're an Abo. These people are fake. They don't have no integrity. They are delusional. They get caught and they start telling lies. They start creating an echo chamber and all of that. You know what I mean? And I really wanted to read something from my book, but I'm a paraphrase. Be careful of places that try to censor ideas that goes against what they believe. Isolation is cult-like behavior. You isolate your followers from anything that disproves who you are. If you knew who you were and you had faith and you really, really believed who you were, you wouldn't have to mute anyone. You wouldn't have to block anyone. You wouldn't have to overtalk anyone. The truth will speak for itself. But the fact that you got to get up there and curse and mother this and bitch that shows that you don't stand on truth. You stand on lies. You stand on lies. And you censor people because you don't stand on nothing. And your beliefs are not solid enough to hear opposing viewpoints. This is a fact. OTK, cherish your West African ancestry, brother. Cherish your West African ancestry. And stop trying to sue the people who helped you. You should be sending a cash app talking about we stole your genealogy because you bought my book. Matter of fact, buy my book, y'all. It's called Grandma Said, Rise of the Internet Pretendians. It's on Amazon. In 3 days, you can get the hard copy. The paperback is there and the digital copy is there. All you got to do, support the channel, support the book. With that being said, it's your brother YK The Truth, and I'm out. Peace.
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house, no matter what condition it's in.
How the fuck y'all find an African in my fucking family, but y'all ain't find y'all own
genealogy?
Shut the fuck up. That don't make sense, for one. Listen, y'all don't know what y'all did.
Feel like you standing on business.
Y'all lied on me because y'all don't even know if that's me. And if y'all can trace that shit back to it's me, it's only 2 people in YouTube that got my information.
Yeah, he died by his own genealogy. You ain't an Indian, you ain't got a lot of me. Half of this track, best believe you lose a lot of sleep. Probably because you made it up to us honestly. You ain't a Cherokee, nope. You ain't a Chickasaw, nope. You ain't a Blackfoot, nope. Nigga, get lost. You just a fool with low comprehension. So I gotta come through with the henchmen. NAC, Sean P, Shy Son, Lucky. Don't forget Jay, got no time to play. Call that apple slipping with his genealogy. Now he's a con and I ain't talking about a singer. I'm coming for the top apple leader. He ain't a teacher, he's a preacher. He can't keep up, so we leave him. Yeah, he died by his own genealogy. You ain't an Indian, you ain't got a lot of me. Half of the track, best believe you lose a lot of sleep. Probably because you made it up to us possibly. You ain't a Cherokee, no. You ain't a Chickasaw, no. You ain't a Blackfoot. Nigga, get lost. You just a fool with low comprehension. So I gotta come through with the henchmen. NAC, Sean P, Shy Son, Lucky. Don't forget Jay, got no time to play. Caught an apple slipping off his genealogy. Now he's a con. OTK. TKO. Now he's a con. OTK. You died. TKO. Genealogy.
Peace, everybody. What's going on? Yeah, YK did a good job on that, man. He definitely handled that real well. Wow, so another one bites the dust. He's been missing ever since that came out. Supposedly he's supposed to do a live tomorrow, but let's just see. He's just gonna probably deny it. But what's up, everybody? What's up to the chat? Yo, hit that like button for me real quick, y'all. Hit the like button. Share the video. Word. Well, he's wondering, he said, how y'all attach that to me? Real easy, because like YK showed, you showed it. Right? You did it to yourself.
So
they now what's funny is now they don't want, now they're talking about, oh, genealogy ain't nothing. It's just paperwork, just words on a piece of paper. They're running from genealogy now. Genealogy used to be key. I guess they're only going to go with the El Negro Olmec heads and the Bomber Park murals for now. Straight look of shit. But yeah, we took genealogy away from the Abos.
check this out. I hope y'all can see this real quick.
Oh, look, he showed it. Morris Pickney. That's on him. Nobody stole nothing. He tried to blame it on him buying YK's book. He's not going to get that information from that.
I don't give a fuck about the name. Do you see right here where it say
He said he don't give a fuck. You know we watching.
complexion? Y'all can see that?
I can see it.
That shit say complexion, color. Then it got his hair black, eyes black. You know what I mean? From Pinckney Island. That's who the island named after my peoples. Them, you know what I'm talking about. That's in Hilton Head, South Carolina. So over there in Beaufort Way. Actually, he's buried in the cemetery in Beaufort. But yeah, he's on there as his complexion. So now I'm gonna go to his. That was.
Look, he's gonna show another one. He's gonna show another one. Where's it at?
Y'all can see that?
Now look, he shows another record. So this is the second record. And this is how I was able to track him down.
From color to black.
Right. From color to black. Same military.
And that's another thing. They talking about from color to black, like they both don't mean the same thing. They both don't mean a person of African descent, right? Right. So he was showing the colored troops, the U.S. colored troops record, right? The only reason we have a U.S. colored troops is because the Militia Act, July 17th, 1862. Right? So you keep trying to run with this colored thing. And what does colored get you? Let's see. I think it's 12. I think it's section 12. Yeah, here we go. So what does color get you? Remember, this is the Militia Act. This is how the colored troops come about. It says, and it be further enacted that the president be, and he is hereby authorized to receive into service of the United States for the purpose of constructing entrenchments or performing camp service or any other labor or any military or naval service for which they may be found competent persons of African descent. Persons of African descent. Section 13 also mentions persons of African descent. 15. Right. So this is the Militia Act of 1862. If y'all want to read it where they mention it's 12 through 15. They mention persons of African descent. So this is how the U.S. colored troops come about. Let me see. Damn, I should have had this shit ready. So we can even go and look at, you know, their favorite dictionary. You can look at their favorite dictionary. Color. This is the 1828 Webster's Dictionary. Hold on real quick. I got a phone call. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. I'm back. So we can see it at this is the 1828 Webster's Dictionary. You know, they love to go into the Webster's Dictionary. What does it say? Colored people, black people, Africans or their descendants, mixed or unmixed. Right? What else can we go see this? What else they like using? My bad, y'all. 1 second. All right. They like using so they like going to the black laws. So what's the legal definition, right? Let me see if I can get it in more. So it's a Black Law Dictionary, 4th edition. Colored by common uses in America. This term in such phrases as colored persons, the colored race, colored men, and the like is used to designate Negroes or persons of African race, including all persons of mixed blood descended from Negro ancestry. So let's get a little, what is a Negro? I think we'll have to go to African descent. Here we go. Negro. Wow, found it right here. Negro. The word Negro means a black man, one descended from the African race, and does not commonly include mulatto. It's simple. So why is he even trying to highlight colored? Like that didn't even mean something. Hold on, I got another phone call. My bad. Peace, peace, peace. I'm back. Peace to the chat again, man. Peace to everybody out there. Oh my God, my phone just want to ring now. Ain't nobody called me all day. My bad, y'all. So he said Negro ancestry is rangy. No, it's not. Tell you, Negro, black, colored, all the same. It means a person of African ancestry. There's nothing confusing about that. Nothing confusing at all. Let me see. Here we go. So if you're confused, African descent, person of African nativity or of African descent within the meaning of the Naturalization Act as amended by Act July 14, 1870, are members of the Negro race of Africa or the descendants by intermixture with races constituting free white person. Right? The Negro race is referred to being those from which the emancipated slaves in the United States descend. So OTK doesn't know what he's talking about when they say 1 minute he's black, 1 minute he's colored.
Selection right here. Now look what it say. Black. Y'all can see that?
So as we can see, black, colored, Negro, all mean the same thing. This is not a reclassification. They're all talking about somebody of African descent, mixed or unmixed. It's not that difficult. It's really not. And then look, this was his death blow right there.
Okay, so this is his burial record, 1899. On this, it doesn't have race at all. It's nothing even on this military document, which will be our federal government. Correct? Am I wrong at this time? Will this be our federal government, y'all, the military? Also, the census takers and all that. That would be that would be our military.
So those 3 records is what sealed the deal for him. He showed too many records. What's good, Sean?
What up, bro? What's going on, man? I see you dissecting what is it, OTK?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucked up.
Yeah.
He fucked up.
Yeah, he fucked up. But look, this is why he deserves shit like this. This is the type of shit he plays.
Hey, say no more. Coming right up.
Reach younger. Come on, man. Fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African. Hey, niggas translation, ooh. Try to get back to them slave boats.
See, these niggas are so corny. Meanwhile, he's playing that, but his ancestors literally come from Africa. That
On
came
that same slave boat.
That same slave boat. The irony.
Ooh,
Back from
your
your
people
vacation.
came off the slave boat. Man, you just contradicted yourself, bro. You stupid, bro.
Stupid motherfucker.
He ain't alone. All of them dumbass denialism looking love. That's all they do is deny the facts, bro.
Yo, so look, this is when he found out about it. This is when he found out about it. This is his initial reaction. Let's check this out. So he's supposed to go live tomorrow. I'm very intrigued to see how he's gonna go about getting around this.
Denying.
Yeah, say those aren't his people.
Yeah. He gonna say, he gonna pull a Sister Betty. I made that up.
Word.
Just to throw them off type shit.
Just to deny your ancestors like that is crazy. Let's listen to this real quick. I might as well drop the Drop the link if somebody want to come up here.
Man, you already know that dumbass dude finna try to hop up here soon as he see the link, bro. You ain't gotta even say that motherfucker. There's only one of them in it right now. But play that shit. Let's laugh. I need a good one.
All right, let's go.
Let me know when y'all see it.
Yeah, we can see it.
And let me also remind y'all, nobody in my family has a picture up on Ancestry Tree in my immediate family. So if they look at my mom, Dukeston, who I be showing, and they so-called did this so-called shit or whatever like this, oh, them boys, we dealing with a whole nother type of critter.
I'm just trying to go to a timestamp to see if they got it up in time.
Yeah, we dealing with fucking snot thoughts.
That's right. Go back a little bit more.
Oh yeah, what is that?
That's what they said you show.
You know,
Damn, they shit better than my original copy. Damn.
He said he went and made out. Go back a little.
First of all, he said he had an original copy where he had a photocopy of the same shit we was looking at. He had no original shit. He trying to act like he got these records in his house or some shit that was passed on. Hell no. You photocopy that right off the internet. Fuck out of here. These niggas lie about everything. That shit is just disgraceful.
A little bit because he said he made a washing card.
Yeah, but it ain't on here.
You right on it. You right on it. You about right on it.
Okay. So they was watching the show when me, you, Kate, Goddess, Fake Lover, L, Swordfish, Rich Bay, all of that day. After we've been done destroyed them, this is what they do. Okay, I bet.
Hey, I'll be right back.
See what they say.
Okay. Get the fuck out my chat, dog. I don't want to hear that. Quit sucking dick. Yeah, quit sucking dick.
You look at the time, the year that document was written,
Hey, somebody
came about.
Real quick.
You're gonna understand.
Get him
And
out
this
of
is an
here.
18-year-old at the time standing 5'6". Nigga black as hell, and he knew he was black. May 11th. What year was it? 1863. It's a pure fact right there, man. 1863, the use of the word color.
I don't think they saying nothing about you.
We can go on their damn favorite dictionary.
Hold on.
Yo,
What paper is that? Yeah, hold on. I need to.
Don't flash me no records.
What do you think?
Word. It's over. So that's how I called him, Shy.
But they called all the troops though. They called.
I didn't see this.
On the same document that you see right there.
What did it say?
They called all the troops in that year. What year is it? 1863. Every troop in that era.
Yo, my bad about the echo, y'all. That's their that's on the playback. That ain't us.
Color.
This was my bad.
U.S. colored infantry.
Hey, pause that real quick, bro. Pause that real quick. And mute up real quick. So now, they act like they did something so big. Cosmon, did I not show a record like this showing that it wasn't no race on military records? It was complexion.
That was the whole point.
Why they didn't blow this shit up to show you that shit said complexion color, not race?
Color, yeah, complexion. You can see it right there, complexion. Under the 18 age, 18. Height, 5'6.5" inches.
Hey.
Color.
Hey, listen, man. You know what I mean.
These dudes are so slow. We got Wicked World up here. What's going on?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's good with you?
Same old shit. Appreciate you having me for a bit.
Yeah, it's all good. You got something you wanted to add to it?
No, yeah, it's interesting what you just put up, what you played. I mean, yeah, I wonder how he's gonna explain that, and I really hope that he's as truthful as he can be. But I think we understand that the Abos or the Aboriginals, I don't know if Abo is a negative term. I don't want to be negative towards them. If the Aboriginals are willing to be truthful about it, you know what I mean?
They're not. They're already denying it, saying we made it up and things like that.
Not a coincidence. They pulled this source up right here.
No, I pulled this up.
Oh, okay.
Man, I just don't get, bro. Why not be proud through, better or worse? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like okay, West Africa has its negatives, but it has its positives too, right? It's like
absolutely.
my ancestors, right? We got our negatives, but we also got our positives. Why? I can't never deny them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't mean that with
Yo, Wolf,
any negativity by my part.
Wolf, wicked. But they're the nah. It ain't about the negatives, bro. With them, it's not about the negatives at all. They're just flat out denying any ties to it. It has nothing to do with negatives. Because if you go back and you really evaluate what transpired during that whole historical event for 400 or 500 years, you're going to see what are you really denying here. No offense to you, but think about what happened, bro. We survived. We survived some shit that you guys couldn't fully survive.
As far as what?
Right. So there's no reason to deny that. Like
But I,
you
but I
know what
mean,
I'm
as
saying? We
far
both suffered some shit, bro.
yeah, everybody. There's not one group in this world that didn't endure hardships, right? Um, but that's what like the West Africans, right? What I understand of them anyway, their journey here to this part of the world. It's a sad story, but it also has resilience in it. You know what I mean? It has things that to be drawn from. The perseverance and whatnot. You know what I'm trying to say? Because my ancestors, for example, I mean, I don't gotta tell you, you probably are familiar with, the Auto de Fe or the Conquista. You get what I'm trying to say, bro? But I could never deny them. I am them. You know what I mean? How long has this been a thing? Do you know this Aboriginal
I think we told you
idea?
before, but it's only been a few years, bro. It's like since
Okay,
2016, 2017.
okay, so it's pretty new.
But it no. This wave, but prior to that, it was some 60s, 70s type of a feel, but it wasn't denying Africa. It was incorporating native
Oh yeah,
ancestry and
yeah.
as a mixture of an
Evidence.
amalgamation of that. But
Right.
you can't really do that because you know what I mean. During the whole Black Power movement, there was a Red Power movement, so there was a clear distinction from the natives right then and there that were letting people know, like, yo, like we on the same type of time as the Black Power movement.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Yeah, again, man, I appreciate y'all, having me up here, and because I know some people could feel like, man, why you letting this guy over here? He don't got nothing to do with it. People feel like that, so I appreciate y'all having me here. You know what I mean?
Now you got to come speak for yourself. You got to
Yeah,
speak for your history and your people. Fuck them
yeah.
for whatever they think. Shit, the
No,
fact of the
no,
facts.
but I don't even
Yo,
I don't
my
even think
bad,
fuck
y'all.
them though.
I'm be back in 5 minutes. I just need 5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
But I don't mean on my part. I don't even think for me anyway. It's not fuck them. I'm just kind of confused by where they're going with this or what are they trying to do. You know what I mean? Like I just
Nah,
can't.
listen, bro. It's not. There's no political agenda behind it. There is no grassroots movement to incorporate some. There's nothing attached to it, bro. No legislation, no land, no funds, none of that. It is all identity based. But hold on,
Right.
before you go again, yo, we got Art, we got Jay on the panel with us. Is Jay, you still there, bro? What up, Jay?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. What's good?
What's good, bro?
Shit, I'm just tuning in, man. There's a lot I want to say, but at the same time, I'm trying to just be cool. But I can only imagine what the antics everybody gonna see tomorrow. I can only imagine. Like, if I'm gonna give a prediction, what I think he's gonna do is forge some shit. So just be ready for the forgery and the sleight of hand, because that's what I think he's gonna do. And I don't understand why not just come out and be a stand-up person and say, yeah, this is my heritage. Like, people will respect you more. Maybe not the people that you associate with now, but if they can accept you for who you actually are, why you want to be associated with them anyway? So it's just weird that this is like adult grown men, like, on this type of time to me. I can't imagine anyone wanting to be around them in real life if this is how they portray themselves even online. Like, it's just weird to me. I can't believe it's a real thing. You know what I mean? Like, this is real. This is real self-hate, real. I don't even know, bro. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's just crazy to me.
So Jay, I got a question to that because you said, expect something weird to happen. All right. So from your experience, you feel like there's no integrity amongst them when it comes to, properly identifying with their history.
I mean, when you got the facts in your face and you choose to reject it, that was your opportunity to show you have integrity. You know what I mean? Like, they have plenty of opportunity. He has an opportunity tomorrow. He had an opportunity with these 6, 7 days to just come out and say, yeah, this is true. You know what I mean? I spoke to his family. I ain't gonna say who it is because I don't want to say no names. And he just accepted it and acknowledged it and said, yeah, I might have that. That might be in our bloodline. And we just patched it up right there and kept on going with the conversation. You know what I mean? He needs to just do the same thing. And this whole American Indian thing is just, these dudes get online and just start freestyling history. Oh no, we used to do it like this. We used to do it like that. Then they get into an argument, sort of, oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, we used to. It's just weird cosplay type of
Yeah.
internet activity, man. It's weird, bro.
You know what, bro?
You would think these are teenagers online.
You you know what, bro? I was talking to a guy recently, a couple of days ago on Smoke Signals channel, right? I'm guessing y'all familiar with Smoke, right?
Yeah.
So I was talking to this guy, I forget his name, but he was a pretty angry dude. I was explaining to him, and again, I genuinely don't come with any hostility, bro. But I was explaining to him how I think the DNA shit works, and I had two reasons why I believe it works. Right, number one being that it traced my family to a small town in the mountains, bro. Like where less than 5,000 people live, and I
Right.
have no nexus to this town on paper. Like that, that's the side of my father recomes from, and I didn't grow up with my father. So there's no reason that 23andMe would say, yeah, boom, this town right here, right? That's pretty impressive. I was
Mhm.
impressed. And number two, it connected me with I got in contact. We spoke. We kept in touch with my father's half brother, who told me about my dad. We talked about it. So how how can you tell me it don't work? That's pretty impressive. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So when I said those two things, right? Just like as I told you right now, as a matter of fact, and it is what it is, bro. He gets mad, he yells at me, you lying. I was like, whoa, he just outright blurted out, you're lying. I'm like, damn, bro, like, are you this emotionally invested in this that like your defense, your mind is protecting itself or something for you to react in that way? You know, you get what I'm trying to say? Do you
Yeah, I
feel
mean,
me?
I've been trying to figure out the psychology of this like ideology for a long time. You
Right,
know what I mean? Like,
because you
it's
should have
weird.
heard this man. You should have heard this man. The way he reacted to me was very. Maybe that's just his personality, very like angry. But that's kind of the impression I got, his immediate reaction. But to tell me,
Man,
all right,
if we gonna be real, a lot of them don't really know how to vet any sources. They don't know how to identify if something's like legit or not. Like if you look
yeah,
at the climate we're in, with all the different types of like AI and forged pictures and all this weird stuff, a
yeah.
lot of these dudes, they don't know how to tell the difference, man. Like they'll
Hey,
straight up believe everything that they see and read for the most part. They don't know how to differentiate.
you know what, bro? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I've been working on my genealogy, and for that, I credit on OTK because when I was talking to him, I think I mentioned this before. He kind of reignited an
Hmm.
interest I had when I was younger, but I got busy, life happens. But in any case, I've been working on my genealogy, bro, and it's hard
Mm,
because you know how the men in my like myself included, man, like they were just all over the place, having
hmm.
kids left and right. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to keep track of this shit. You know what I mean? Like, like I just found out my grandfather, he had like three wives that they ain't know about each other, kind of deal. You know what I mean? How am I gonna keep track of that, bro? You can't. It's impossible. I think, right? You know
Nah,
what I'm trying to say?
that's a fact though. Because of them, like I feel like it sharpened up the other side. So
What
even
do you
though
mean?
they kind of make us look bad in a lot of ways, like to me they're embarrassing. But in the same regard,
Yeah,
like it helps you sharpen up on the history and doing your own
yeah.
research.
But it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. Like I almost pretty much, bro. At some point, I'm like I have no way to know because look how many Jose Garcias
Right.
were there like in a fucking one town alone, bro? You know what I'm trying to say? It's hard, bro. A lot of us Mexicans, they use the same names, bro. There's like no like they're like it's hard, dude. So I'm kind of like stuck, but I'm hoping that I'm able to like catch a second win kind of deal. It's hard. I don't even blame the Aboriginals for that. It's hard.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dito. I'm from Central America. I'm currently in Central America. Uh, to the gentleman who said how many Garcias has there been,
Yeah.
it's going to be even harder if you look in throughout the whole Latin America because Jose Garcia is a common name from Argentina all the way to Mexico
Yeah.
and even the United States. And
Yeah. But that applies to every name. Francisco Gonzalez. Every fucking
Francisco
name you can think
Gonzalez,
of. Every name,
okay,
every combination you come up with, they're so common, bro. It's hard.
Francisco González, José Gómez, Juan Carlos,
Luis,
Juan
Luis
Carlos
Miguel,
López,
Luis
Luis
Miguel.
Miguel.
Forget about it. I think it's impossible, bro. I'm in a rut because I'm working on my genealogy. But
Dude,
I don't want to hog up these brothers'
yeah,
space,
me neither. But I know the feeling, especially coming from Latin America, and especially because the Spaniards were notably one of the worst record keepers ever of the Europeans. The English were a little bit better than that. So
Yeah.
the records one can find are
Church.
the
All I'm doing is
earliest.
church.
Yeah, about 1500. That's the
Yeah.
earliest type of records you can find of the Europeans here, and
That's
anything
all I
prior
need.
of that
That's
is
all I
hard to say.
need. That's all I need. But it's all I'm using is church records because that's pretty much all that I've come across. You know what I mean? I wish I had, and y'all could laugh at me. All y'all could laugh at me, but I wish I could find jail records and arrest records. Now that shit would be something, wouldn't it?
They have those. They have some of those records available.
But not. I mean, probably in America, probably not Mexico. That I could
I
find
mean,
anyway.
they expanding the database like they have on Ancestry. They do have a lot of records from other countries like Mexico and the
But
islands.
but
They're
like
updating them
arrest.
more and more. I mean,
But
I don't know exactly what they have, but
I don't
I
think they
know
have.
more and more they're adding to the database.
But are you making your investigation in the United States, or are you also trying to get to Mexico and trying to
Everything,
everything? Okay,
but it's pretty much gonna just lead me straight to Mexico and at some
yeah,
point Spain. This is what it's gonna be. You know what I mean?
I did the same thing about 20 years ago. I was born in Costa Rica, San Jose, Costa
Yo,
Rica.
hit me up in the back chat. Give me information so I can like reach out to you.
I'll
Maybe you can
try to
help
help
me.
you as best as I can. I
It's
can't,
hard. It's hard. I know
it's
it's
hard.
hard.
It's hard. I've
Yeah.
had my own journey in that sense. I'm a combination of Afro-Indigenous roots of Costa Rica, particularly of one of the 8 tribes, Biribiri.
Also, are you like a darker Latino? Are you a Afro Latino or not really?
Give me a second. This is me.
Oh, let me see. Oh, okay, cool. I would say so, right?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
a
okay.
combination of Afro-Indigenous. I
But
did
you're not
my.
that dark either, though. If you ask me anyway, bro.
It's the reason of
Yeah,
the darkness that I have is because I have major quantity of Indigenous and the roots of Afro
yeah.
combination that started happening.
How about your
I don't
skin
have
tone?
greased hair. I have straight hair, which is mainly of Indigenous
Yeah,
nature. And when I did about 20 when I was about 20. I'm 42 right now. When I
yeah,
was about 20 back in what 2000s, 1999 2000s, when I started checking into the DNA type of thing,
yeah.
um,
Genealogy.
the genealogy, it came back with a percentage of African West
Yes,
uh,
same here. West Africa,
Western African.
Senegal.
The term I hate applied on that. Amero Indio, nothing else. It was just that combination. I have no
Yeah.
European blood on me.
Oh no, no European
There's a
blood.
tiny no European blood on me.
Oh
There's a
wow.
tiny amount of 0.2 of Middle Eastern. So somebody might
So
in
pretty much
in
nothing.
in that pretty much nothing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me ask you this: though. What do you think about the American Indian Aboriginal idea? What are your thoughts on that?
First, I hate the term Indian. For
Well, they use
anybody,
it though, but they
yeah,
use it though.
I
They
use it.
embrace it.
I use it,
No,
and
they
it's
use it.
yeah, and it's
These Aboriginals, they use because when I use it to them and I heard them say it, they said it endearingly. So because they and I asked them why, and they explained to me that the Spanish when they got here, they called the Indians niños en Dios because they were naive. They were childlike. So and they showed me they showed me paperwork saying that niños en Dios. That's what they call
no,
them Indians. Because
it's
India wasn't India when the Spaniards got here, which is interesting. I thought, right?
Well,
So what do you?
that's not true.
Okay,
that's
It was
absolutely
known.
false. Yeah.
It was known as
okay,
India before Columbus came over here.
So
okay.
so yeah, and that's not a coincidence. Very well established. Let's look at one simple thing. Their acknowledgement of the term Indian is like them saying all everybody in the United States is British. It's the same um, misconstruction of terminology used then to justify a complete and utter blindness of what were the natives here. That this whole continent, from Argentina all the way up to Canada, plus the Caribbean, was inhabited by the time the Europeans came here, and ample evidence of the different populations that there were clear civilizations at different stages of that process of civilization. Um, they fell in love with the Olmecas, but they had no idea that in Peru you had older civilizations or still within the same range of the Olmecs happening at the same time,
Yeah,
or in this, so to call oneself, if you have a native root here because of genealogy or because of the family or a combination of Afro-Indigenous or white and indigenous or whatever combination there was. This is why Latin America doesn't use the one drop rule, because it's bullshit. The one drop rule is a
I mean,
is a
we're so mixed that we can't even want it. So we're like so fucking mixed. But yo, NHC, you know what kills me, NHC, that I can't accept, bro, or it's hard for me to process.
What's the
I could accept, or I could understand their logic if they were to tell me that like the Olmec argument. Oh, Africans were here first. We were the original. We were here because we came from Africa, right? But these guys, the Aboriginals, they tell me that they're from here, from Latin America, or America, and that's it. They're not from Africa. And I just kind of I don't understand that logic, right? I could give them though if they wanted it the Olmec argument, even though I don't even agree with that one to be honest, because the Olmec statue heads they look like Mexicans to me, bro. But do you get what I'm trying to say, bro? Does that make sense?
Yeah, nah, I understand what you're saying. I think they even confuse themselves sometimes with that. You know, they just try to separate themselves from what they call Native Americans, which is the real Aboriginals, and that's why they apply that Indian. You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah,
lot of the shit
but
they say don't make any sense.
you,
You know
you
what I'm
know
saying?
you I asked them that, right? Like because I was hearing explaining it to me, and I asked them, well, what does that mean for my ancestors, right? The people that, because when I use the term black, right, they were getting upset too. But I don't mean like I don't know. I was trying to find ways to not trigger them. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to. I want to have
Yeah.
a discourse. So I asked them, what does that mean for people that will be like my ancestors? Which I think you understand what I mean when I say that. And they told me that they coexisted. They lived side by side, right? But so then what happened? What at what point in time what happened where
Well, then I don't. Have you seen like the Bonaparte murals where it looks like um you got one group of people that may be perceived as darker fighting another group of people that they want to call the Mongols or Native Americans?
no.
Somebody got a fan going or something?
Yeah, somebody
That's
got
me. I'm sorry. I'm in Costa Rica. It's hot.
just mute
I'm
up.
turning it off.
Yeah, just mute
Sorry.
up. You know you gotta
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want
mute
you
it
to
up.
burn up.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You could just mute. You don't have to turn it off.
Yeah, just when you're not talking, just mute, and you can keep it on.
Gotcha.
Um, but yeah, so with the whole India thing, oh, he's damn, you just switched this, Sean. Hold on, Sean. Let me do this real quick. With the India thing, right? This is the etymology, real quick. They say circa 1300s. It was pertaining to a place in South Asia, right? We even got maps. We got the Ptolemy world map, right? Ptolemy, he started making these maps in 150, but they got reproduced, and this one is from the 1400s, right? And let me see if I can zoom it in. It lets me. We can see India. I don't know if you can see that, but you see India.
It even says it right there where the ocean is named.
Yeah, the
Yeah, we
ocean.
see it.
So it's been called India for a long time, way before they knew about America. But how you say your name?
Because they were
Ditso.
trading. They were
Yeah.
trading with the people Ptolemy, but they were trading with people
And so
that
everybody just
were in
knows
India.
the word "tizo" that you see there is it's from the language of the Bribri. It means seed.
So Dito, I seen you on Sister Bethy. I
Yeah,
think
we
you was on there
had
twice.
look.
Who's that?
The guy you were talking before, OTK, has tried to quiet me down several times. Sister Bethy, we had an interesting attempt at conversation, but when the conspiracy mindset started handling, I just decided to exit stage left. I felt like, all right, whatever. You know, I'll wait far more better opportunities to bring those conspiracy mindsets down. And just yesterday, I was in in another show. It's on a page called Southeastern Talking Stick, which is relatively new. We did about an hour and a half show where I did go much well in depth.
And what do they talk about?
It was pretty much me giving an exposition in regards of the civilizations and indigenous, pre-colonial, and
But
post-colonial
are
and
they
independence.
Aboriginals? Is that an Aboriginal channel?
The natives, especially and particularly from the Mesoamerican region, I did not talk that much about Mexico. I concentrated myself specifically on Nicaragua, Costa Rica, my country, Panama, and then we entered a little bit on the Caribbean side, because you know, and I see this a lot in the North American section. They're enamored with the Egyptians and they're enamored with the Olmecs, and it's like, and when you ask them how many other civilizations were here prior in the Western Hemisphere prior to the arrival of the Europeans outside of the Olmec and the Mayans regions,
Thousands.
and I've had people tell me, no, there were nobody. It was empty. I kid you not. I've had people tell me that.
So you've argued with the Aboriginals, like you've like
Look, I've argued with the gringos who have no notion of what the hell was happening here in the Western Hemisphere. Whatever name they want to use.
The white boys? Or the black
anybody who spews misinformation.
Okay, gotcha.
So if they call themselves Indians, Aboriginals.
So what do you think about NAC and them over here? What are your thoughts on these guys?
I just came in here. I haven't heard much of it. I've been gaining, como dicen, hazte fama y échate a dormir. I'm right now on in the parte de hacerte fama. Vamos a ver dónde me echo a dormir. Let's see where I fall.
Well,
can we get a translation?
Yeah, sorry.
He said wait and see.
Yeah.
Oh, you waiting to see it? Okay.
Before he gets judgment, you know. I mean, I gotta be honest, and I gotta be honest with you, bro. So far, I think with the clip you put up, I think y'all scored a goal on that one, bro. And even though I'm trying to be as objective as I can, but I think logically speaking, bro, the Aboriginals just have no ground to stand on, bro. You know. But I try to be fair to them, you know. If that's what they want to believe, I don't have a problem with it, bro. But with that said, I think you got their number, bro.
Oh no, we definitely do, because he's not the only one I caught up on their genealogy like that. There's been several others. Like we don't have we call ourselves Black Americans, African Americans, but we understand that some of us have mixed ancestry with Native Americans, like I do, right?
Yeah.
I have family. I have family here in New York, Long Island. They belong to the Shinnecock, Montauk, and a couple other tribes. I don't consider myself. I wouldn't consider myself, a Native American or American Indian like some of my cousins would that are on the reservation. Because I didn't grow up like that. I grew up being black. You know what I'm saying? But I do have that ancestry. So we wouldn't be mad at them if they was claiming it, saying they have ancestry to it. But they're trying to just erase the whole history, and so that goes with our existence and Native Americans' existence. They're trying to just wipe away both of that. So
yeah, that makes sense. How you put it.
Not only erase it, but I'm going to give you an example. Most of those who are, look, I feel sorry for them, because I can understand that some people are still, after 200 and 248 years of our independence, after the 600 years of darkness of the invasion of the Europeans, today we still are lacking that knowledge of the history of what was before, what was during, and what happened after the invasion of the Europeans. But I'm going to give you an example. One thing I've noticed in a lot of people who call themselves Indians or etc. That's I've had, and it was OTK. This guy, Open to Knowledge, he said it to me. It's somewhere in one of those lives. He said, when I asked him, okay, if you're so native, what is your native language? And he said, English. I'm speaking. I had to laugh out loud.
They said
And
American.
I'm gonna give you an example. If you could bring the page I just shared.
I got you. Yeah, we heard that line before. Yo, Jay, my bad, Jay. I ain't get to say what's up to Jay. What's good, Jay?
What's good, bro? What's popping?
Ain't shit. But go ahead.
This is the language of my people, the Bribri. I've been my start contact that started happening when I was about 16, 17. That's when I started getting back into learning my language in that sense. And yes, currently this page is used for people who speak Spanish and want to speak then in that sense. For example, they give you phrases. When you say, how do you, good morning, how did you wake up? You say, "Ich bin Shkena." This language is original from, it's part of the Chibcha languages, which you find a lot, mostly in the Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, parts of Colombia, parts of Venezuela, and parts of what is today Barbados, somewhat Trinidad and Tobago, and then it starts connecting into the Andino region, which is somewhat Ecuador and somewhat Peru. So it covered a big area and it contains several civilizations that spoke this. This is one variation of the Chibcha language. So it's very nasal. There are different forms of pronunciation in the consonants as well as on the vocals, if we are talking in the modern way. So, for example, when you say, "How do you wake up?" Good morning. How did you wake up? You say, "Ich bin Skena," and the person would answer to you, "Just Skena where," meaning I woke up well. If you want to ask somebody how are you, it's Betso. In fact, I can continue. I'm sorry if I'm taking too much time, but as you can see, different examples of that
So what you
language.
get, are we getting at is that you asked him what was his native language and he couldn't give you one? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, he couldn't give me one. He said English, and I'm like,
He
okay.
said
So
American.
yeah, and I'm like, I just wanted to bang my head on the floor. And honestly, after that, I only had to say to him, "You're an idiot. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. And honestly, you're just being a supremacist with no clue as to the impacts you're creating against the history of people like me."
So you think he's being a supremacist because he's hurting the history of your people? That's
Of
what you're
all
getting
of
at?
us, of all the indigenous, of all the originals that were here prior to the arrival of the Europeans, the
Yeah.
diversity that was here of languages, of construction of civilizations, um, of societies, of everything. And by him claiming this notion of Indian and saying we were all Indian, it just continues that Eurocentric supremacy
See, but
perspective.
I'm not. But and with all with respects to you, brother, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the language you're using, right? Because you using that language to me, it goes against human nature. You're almost trying to ignore habits of a man, right? If the Spaniards came here and conquered, the Indigenous should have fought, should have won. They didn't. They lost.
Hey,
Like,
hold on. First, the indigenous never seen these Spaniards. The Spaniards come with old world diseases and weaponry that the indigenous never seen before. There's no way that you can win a war against people who unintentionally or intentionally use germs as a weapon. Germs was a weapon. No. I don't think, listen to me, bro. I don't think that you understand the impact of germs. Think COVID on one continent only.
yeah,
This is
I'm
your
familiar.
first time being exposed to not just one disease, but a multitude of diseases that can take you out.
I'm familiar with everything you
You
said.
can't win, but you can't win that war, bro.
What
You
what does that
cannot.
what does that have to do with the fact that they lost? That has nothing to do with
The
it.
reason that they
Yeah,
lost is
but look,
because they didn't
That's
have the
fine.
weaponry
Right.
and they were not introduced to old world diseases.
But that
You
goes to my
can't
point.
win.
Yeah,
No,
but
no, no,
that's
no,
fine.
no. It doesn't. It doesn't. It shows you who had an advantage.
nobody can fight a novel virus, right?
Right, but
Especially in the 1500s.
what I'm saying, bro, is I trust me. I know all this into great painstaking detail, but I'm familiar with this. My point in saying that is, with everything considered, bro, at the end of the day, when when war occurs, what does it matter? Look what happened in the end, bro. No, you see
If
what
I,
The
if,
question
yeah,
was you can't say they didn't fight back. They didn't
right.
No,
have
they fought. They
gunpowder. They
fought.
didn't have
If
gunpowder.
if
Right.
I may, real quickly,
There you go.
Or
what do you call
immunity.
real quickly to give another perspective, and this is if you could share the link I just shared. This is an example of my region. This is Pablo Prespere. Pablo Prespere, what about 60 years prior to the initial of the independence of the United States, was an example of somebody who gave resistance to the Spaniards, successfully taking land back, the region of Talamanca, which is on the Pacific area of Costa Rica. I'll bring up a map so people will have a better perspective of what I'm referring. This is an example of resistance that we had, successful resistance against the Spaniards. Don't get me wrong. This Pablo Prespere is considered a national hero here since at least 50, 60 years ago. That was made officially through the Congress of Costa Rica. Prior to him, other leaders were also fighting. So fighting and resistance against Spaniards pretty much started from the get-go. And in the example Pablo Prespere, this great leader burned churches, killed Franciscan fathers at the time, killed their women, and yeah, he got caught. Don't get me wrong, he got caught and he got executed, but not. By the time he got caught, the Spaniards came to realize you step a foot on Talamanca, you will die. No God would ever protect you against our wrath. And you have examples like Tupac Amaru, and I can give you so many throughout in that area.
Nah, hold on. Let him finish. Hold on. Let him finish.
But in that sense, yes, we have to face the uphill battle. One fact of the indigenous aspect, alongside eventually with the Afro descendants that were deposited in regions near, that's why you had combinations of Afro indigenous, was that the uphill battle was fought phenomenally because many of our tribes survive up to today. And that is a form of victory that it is today. To the fact of evidence of it, that one of the languages that my people speak and have been speaking for thousands of years is still being taught. Yes, there's not that many of us speaking it, and people like me whose life did not deposit him in the indigenous land, but was adopted, but still had a connection to that. I've been able to recuperate that and relearn my language. This is why I use this name Ditso. It's seed, and it has a story. When I met the elders, and most of our elders and most of our leaders in the Privi are women, not men, women. And the reason I carry the name Ditso as given by the elders is because they told me you are a seed. You must behave like that seed. Always make sure that what you do is you cultivate the earth, the minds, everything that you do, cultivate. It doesn't matter if you don't see the result of that cultivation, of that germination. What matters is that you've deposited the seed and you've done your work as part of all this whole thing. So I'm sorry if I talked too long. I just wanted to say resistance was here. It was hard as hell. We survived, but no doubt in many ways, like the other gentleman said, yeah, dude, they used every form of ethnocide and genocide against
No,
us,
dude. No, dude.
Wait,
including
hold on. Before anybody jump back in, because we do have two new people to the panel. Vino been waiting for a while. I know he want to say something. Big up Virginia. We got Cujo in the building.
Big up. Big up.
Vino, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So Vino is gonna be the pushback, right? He's coming here to push back on everything we're saying. Keep your composure, Vino. But you got the floor. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I just want to ask him, do he know about the Balboa story when he found the Pacific? And do he also know about the Sir Francis Drake story whenever he came down there and they say that he took a certain amount of slaves and dropped them off in South Carolina?
Who's that to? Who you directing that to?
To the dude that was just talking.
Ditso. How you say it? Dits?
Ditso.
Ditso. Yeah, he was. So that those two questions were for you.
Can you repeat the questions again? I'm sorry.
Yes. Do you know about the Balboa story whenever he found the Pacific Ocean, and also the Sir Francis Drake story whenever he was in the Carthagena area on those two voyages?
I'm familiar. Drake was Sir Francis Drake was the first one, technically speaking, to go cross from the Atlantic on the south of Argentina towards the Pacific. That tip of this continent, and Balboa, when he discovered the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, I'm familiar with those two histories. What about them?
Okay, so within those stories, did you hear about the Negroes that they encountered?
No.
It wasn't Negroes that he encountered. He encountered indigenous people that had clear dark skin, because we're talking about subtropic and neotropic regions of the world. Drake, in that sense, that's also focused that he had to land in Brazil, and in Brazil you already are in also subtropic regions of tropic areas. I mean, you are near the equator.
Well, they labeled them Negroes because of the curly hair that they had. Yeah, they knew that it was certain colored people down there, but they particularly labeled them Negroes. Uh, and then on top of that, okay, so when Balboa ran across them in the 1513s, he said there was already two nations down there going east and west of Panama. And then on top of that, it goes back to that picture that I had showed. And that picture is just like Nasir had put me up on the book. And that picture had reference to the Sir Francis Drake within that area and in the Panama and the Vargra area. So within that same story, Sir Francis Drake is saying that he come across the Seminoles, not the Seminoles, but they call them Cimarrons. And this is what's this 1571, and he's stating that the Negroes are stating to him that they've been beefing with the Spaniards since about 80 years. So that's taking it back to the
Can I ask?
90s or to the, hold on, that's taking it back to the 90s or to the 1500s. But then when we go back and look and see what type of Africans were shipped over during that time, it was mostly Latinos that was dressing, that was Christianized, and that wasn't naked like the Indians or the natives that they kept on encountering when they were getting into new areas.
I got one quick question for you, Vino.
That shit ain't make no sense.
My first question is, why do we give more credence to the way the Europeans described what they started finding out in their invasion of this Western Hemisphere, and then part from that credence or higher, and parting from that, how do you say it in English? Let me rephrase the question. Why do we give such high importance and credence to the words of the Europeans that invaded here in the way they described the things they saw here? Wouldn't that show that they were just ignorant, and that the only words they could find of their own prejudice to describe things were in the ways that they learned in Europe? So we should discard whatever they said they found here and start looking for our own definitions and our own ways of describing what was here during that invasion of the Europeans. What how can we, I mean, I don't know. Do you get what I'm asking you? Am I being clear, or
Yeah, but
should
I
I try to
understand what you're
rephrase?
saying, but it's like a lot of more. It's just like a lot of more stories that come out within that time frame, within that area. Just like when it's a dude that got like a deed, and he's talking about the slaves that he got, and he basically kind of naming them what kind of slaves they are and kind of where he got them from, and he is not, and he's labeling some Indians Negro.
Vino, who's this dude you talking about? Where's this
Well,
paper?
as far as on that part, it was uh, it's the man. His name is
It
Abler.
certainly wasn't Francis
But
Drake.
that's the dude that came. That's the dude that came after Balboa, that was in control of that whole
So you
of the
don't
robber
know
area.
because I wanna look at what you're talking about.
Okay.
How
Well,
can
as
I
far
find it?
so which one you talking about? Are you talking about the one with Balboa, or you talking about where he's saying that the Indian is also labeled a Negro? Well, he got him. It's kind of like on his deeds or whatever.
Either
Yeah,
one.
but
Source up
again,
something for me.
sorry, Vino. But again, if your point of contesting or discussion is it, if your point of contesting is the Europeans called anything they found either negro or indio in Spanish, or negro in English and Indian in English, which pretty much the translation is the same in English or in Spanish or in French. What is the objective of saying that?
Well. To me, the way I took it, they was making a difference from the ones that had curly hair, from the ones that kind of had more of the typical Indian hair.
Let me
Why
put
do you
it
think
very clear.
why
Sorry, yeah, just what I find amazing is that you're giving more credence to the words of the invaders than actually having more effort of trying to acknowledge that those guys describe things in a very stupid way, and that there's no credence whatsoever in their words, and that we must then uh, start describing things and categorizing things in a complete different way. So we recognize that there were natives, we recognize that there were slaves, we recognize that eventually, because of how the Atlantic slave trade and the inter-American slave trade happened, that most and a lot of the slaves were forcefully deposited near or on indigenous regions. Also, we also know that many indigenous, give you an example, in Costa Rica, there's several documents that show that anywhere between 70,000 to 50,000, 50,000 to 70,000 natives were captured and taken as slaves back to Europe. And they were taken back to Europe and eventually landed in Russia, for example. Um, so we know that. But again, the problem with that type of argument that you're giving us is that you are indirectly saying or directly saying that there's more credence to the words of Europeans, and that that's the only categorization we should be using. I disagree.
Well, they say when Sir Riley first got his little shipment in from the Spaniards, that they told him that it was Negroes, and that's how he sold them. So, I mean, it's a description. It's kind of how they giving it up. So, we got to pay attention to the words, because that's how they was describing the people they was coming across.
Yo, I don't believe you.
Man, Vino is making up
As
shit,
far as
bro.
what?
I'm trying to be quiet and let y'all have this conversation,
What
but
part you don't believe?
he's taking these conversations from one channel to another channel to another channel, and he's starting with Balboa. Balboa never indicates or give a description that he saw Negroes. You
Yes,
can't
he
show the
did.
source. Where's the
I
source, Vino?
can show the source.
No. Give me the link. Don't tell me you got a bunch of screenshots from years ago that you want to share, nigga.
I'm
I
saying
want
you
the
can go
fuck.
to
No,
the
no, no, no,
book
no,
and
no,
go
no,
see
no,
it. I'm
no,
saying,
no,
but you can
no,
go to the
no.
book and go see it.
Vino. I told you this on my
It's in
channel.
the discoveries of the
I
world.
know, no, Vino. I told you on my channel. Only speak with what you can prove. Do not give me
And prove it. I'm telling
speculation.
you.
No, 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 you can't. Don't say that you can and you can't.
So
I
where's
Because
the
can
it's
prove
description
it.
from Balboa? Where's the description from Balboa?
It's a description from Balboa and the discoveries of the New World. But let me put the link in the back and stuff like that. It's discoveries of the New World. It's also
no. Stick to one source. Don't go also.
no,
Get the
because it all
source.
come together because they talking
No.
about
No,
this
no, no,
one
no, 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 no.
particular.
We're talking
Uh,
Balboa. We're talking
yeah,
Balboa and his description. Can you provide us the evidence of the primary source where Balboa is giving his description on who he encountered when he came to the New World? Can you do
yeah,
that?
yes. Let me go get it real quick.
Thank you. Thank you, Vino.
And just a FYI, what's going to be interesting if he brings that evidence, Balboa would have written in Castellano, not in English. He was a Spaniard. Therefore, if he's going to use a translation from Castellano to English, I highly doubt that we are going to see the term negro or that we're going to see any other term beyond potentially with in the line of, and then this is me just spitballing here, but in the line of con apariencia africana, that would translate to with appearance of Africans.
Yeah, so we're gonna table this part until he comes back with the source.
Mhm.
We're gonna let Jay, because Jay wants to get us back on topic with something that we want to review regarding OTK and the whole misrepresentation of his ancestry and him perpetrating a fraud. See, our issue is that they're denying their Africanness and they're perpetrating the fraud by claiming to steal your history from you and history from us and mix it in a pot.
Yeah, I'm here for all of that. Let's go.
All right. Jay, where you at, Jay?
Yeah, I'm sharing it.
Okay.
So just as a backstory, I know Nak was saying that he thinks that it's going to be denial. And the problem with the whole denial thing, denying that that's his ancestors, is we have him on record May 5th, 2023, talking about this with YK. YK probably don't even remember this specific part. I didn't even remember this specific part until I'm going back and just watching. Because to be honest with y'all, OTK wasn't always like this. I don't know if y'all know this. Like, I met him probably in April. Bro was way more humble. He wasn't like belligerent and rude and disrespectful. He was actually very, very reasonable person. But I'm just gonna play like a few minutes of this where we could see him mention what's it called, the Pinckneys.
All right. Anyway, I got a question for you. Okay, go ahead, OTK.
All right. Yeah. You familiar with Pinckney Island, YK?
No, I'm not familiar with it.
You familiar with any of the name Pinckney period?
No.
Okay. So that's I'm directly descendants from my, you see, that would be my third or fourth grandfather is directly off that island where the Pinckneys and Indians was at. And that's what the article say. Colonists and Indians on the island. So now if my fourth grandfather came off of that island, and I can trace from him on all the way up to my grandmama, to my mother, to me, what am I supposed to think?
All right. So how long? Who were the first peoples on that island?
Indians. It was an Indian stronghold.
And did anybody else end up on that island?
Yeah, people from Barbados, the melanated people from Barbados. Yes.
All right. So it could be possibly that you have African ancestry from those people that was on that.
Okay, so you're not denying. Okay, so you're not denying what I say that I got Indian ancestry.
No, I'm not denying it, but I'm just saying you got you just because you. I'm with the proof, bro. Like if you,
right.
Anybody could tell me anything, but can you show it? Can you prove it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what proof do you have, brother, that you was already here? I'm up here right now, bro. We good? Like I just want to know.
I mean, what?
I think I hear echo.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me cut this TV down.
Yo.
Yeah.
I got a question. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. For me or what?
Nah, for YK. So YK, do you think there is like an anti-African sentiment amongst Black people, specifically the ones that identify as Native?
Yeah, man, of course. And I'm gonna give you an example.
And why is that?
It all goes back to the image that was portrayed of African people. Like I got videos of Paul Robeson in the 60s saying the image that they had of Africa. And when he went to London, he saw Africans that were in Oxford. So they wanted us to believe that Africans are savages. Even I'm gonna give an example, right? When I was a kid, I used to pick on Africans because I didn't feel any connection to them. I'm gonna be real with you. My mom, she used to argue with, I can't stand them Africans. They cook that food stink. So it's like we had a natural hatred towards them because we didn't feel a connection because that connection was lost. And then we see the images of feed the children. You see, starving babies and all that. So we don't care about Africa. You know what I mean? And they really try to, the Aboriginals do that. They'll put a video on and they'll be like, look, they eating rats. Bro, why do you got to go out your way to make people look bad? Like, why do you got to, that's an image that they just hate Africa, bro. It's hard to explain, bro. They just hate it. And even Malcolm X said, you can't hate Africa and not hate yourself. It's who we are,
Yeah, I'd like to hop in on this one.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna play too much, but I only just played that real quick because this is a year ago, bro. And this whole pink me thing came up, but I didn't even think to look into it. YK didn't really think to look into it. This whole thing, debacle with people looking into his stuff only started after like the disrespectful like OTK, because he wasn't always like that. Nobody wanted to really dig in and see like that until the Pan-Africans and all this stuff. Like all this information been out. We been knew what he been saying, been knew X, Y, and Z. But now he's like, surprised that people are actually coming at him a certain way. It's just the energy you give out is the energy you get back. Now I could keep playing it, but I just wanted to play that part to say he really can't deny that's his family. So I don't think he could go that route. This is on the record a year ago. That's his peoples. He said it. That's his fourth great grandfather.
He's been talking about it, obviously. Yeah. Even on the video the recent video, he says he identifies them as his ancestors. So
Right. And before he used to actually say he might have African in him. I'm telling you, bro, he changed a lot over the course of a year, man. A lot. This is like a different person.
I know you said that before.
Yeah.
When when you first was coming around, when you was first coming around me, you said that about him. But Vino's back. But Cujo, you there? I know you want to say something.
Yeah, I'm here. Big up Virginia. I don't even know who the OTK person is, man. So I apologize about that. But the dude was saying that how America got conquered by the Spanish and English. You got to keep in mind that shit took hundreds of years. It wasn't overnight. Things like
Mm-hmm.
disease actually wear down on people, and you also didn't have fair rules of engagement. Like Europeans would have had a bit more respect when they're at war with each other because there's rules of engagement.
But
But they
that's
had no need
irrelevant.
to respect the treaties. They had no need, because they're coming from the authority of, especially early on, God.
But
From
that's
them.
irrelevant. That's
It's
irrelevant. They
not
should.
irrelevant. No,
It
no. How
is.
can how can
That
how can the way it happened not be relevant?
because the what I'm saying is the indigenous, the Essex, and they should have handled what they needed to handle. They didn't. They lost. It's okay. It
The
happened.
Aztec law. The
Like
Aztec law.
so
Yeah,
many
they
so
did.
many nations toppled after that.
Yeah, but
Not
I'm saying that was one place. There
Cujo,
was still
Cujo,
teepees. There
we
was
can
still
go down
Cujo,
the
teepees.
line.
Cujo,
Yes,
Cujo.
yes.
Could you please understand that this dude is sitting here saying, but they lost.
Yeah,
No
it's not a
one
game.
went to war to fight to lose and endure the circumstances of the loss. So the logic is flawed when you say, but they lost.
And NAC,
No,
NAC.
no, 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 no. Hold on. No one on the face of this earth in any part of history would wanted to endure what the opposite person they are fighting against had for them.
Right.
Naturally, human beings are tribal, territorial. It was
Yes.
about more than that. Just like today,
It comes
dudes
down
on
to
the
that.
corner, no, no, no. Dudes on the corner are shooting each other over senseless stuff. 20 years ago, it was about money. It ain't about money no more. It's about freaking social media and other ignorant stuff. The beef is not the same. So
They're
what I'm
still
basically
it's
saying, what
still
I'm basically
territorial.
saying to you, it is for natural resources.
Yeah.
What transpired was over natural resources. You listen, the European came here with an upper hand and an intent that the indigenous had no way of understanding, even though they resisted and fought throughout its time, just like we resisted and fought throughout its time. You're not prepared to fight someone who knows that you don't know shit about the sword that they're coming with.
Give them some
Nothing.
credit. Give them some credit, right? NAC, let me ask you a question, brother.
Give what credit? There's no credit to give, bro.
Give these men
Listen. They
give
know
these
that you do
warriors some
nothing about
credit.
guns.
I mean,
They knew that
These
you
are not children that were born
it's deeper than
yesterday.
guns, though. It's way deeper than guns. It's way deeper than
right.
guns. These people
And the
had no
germs.
idea. These people had no idea that those nations, they didn't know they were going to keep on coming.
They
They
were
didn't know what
always
they were dealing with
fighting. They were always
initially.
in
But
conflict
what I'm saying
before
is,
they got here.
you still had teepees in the early 1900s. I mean, these people are recently defeated. I mean, we're looking at it like
But
happened so long ago.
but
But
they
you
were not
still
born
had teepees.
yesterday.
You did.
No,
You
look,
still had.
NAC. Let me say this to NAC. NAC.
Yo,
When the Aztecs conquered the Tabasco, right, and the Tabasco were forced to give them tributes for sacrifices and give them resources, right? Do you think the Tabasco were complaining about the Aztecs cheated or they did X, Y, and Z? That's
No,
conflict between
no,
man.
I'm not saying
no,
that
no,
they
nobody
cheated.
said they cheated.
Nobody said they cheated.
They were just more. They had more.
Right.
Man, and
They,
they
they
had
had
fucking
leverage.
horses and
But but
dogs.
but
They
but
had,
Yeah,
but
I mean, initially, but we can't
yeah.
pretend that it happened overnight.
No,
But in
no, no,
those
no, no.
initial battles, you had
Yeah,
horses and dogs. That's a
yeah.
very big deal.
they
They had
got cannons.
cannons. They had cannons. Look, NEC, look. Somebody told me recently, and I loved it. I'll never forget this quote. You know, the fair is only a place where they judge pigs. That's life, brother. You know, if the Aztecs were to have defeated, if they were able to conquer Spain, the Aztecs
You
would have.
trying to use modern shit on an
I
historical
mean,
narrative that don't fit the damn
I'm,
yeah, I
shit
mean,
you trying to use.
I'm
hey,
being a logical man, bro. I love
All
the
right, so hold
Africans,
on.
though.
So what is your point behind
You're
they
being
loss?
illogical. You're not being
No,
logical. What the
no.
fuck?
But
My
hold on.
point is,
What's your point behind them losing?
no, my point is because the one South American dude, he was speaking in terms of like what I perceive to be victimhood, right? And my ancestors, they were not victims. They were not boys. They were men. They were men
Hold on. I don't
that
think he was talking like that because he brought up somebody that was actually fighting against the Spaniards and
before
to
that,
the
before
point where
that,
they were scared to even come onto their territory.
yeah, but he was talking about some of the verbiage that the Aboriginals use is rooted in supremacy and it's I guess violent towards our history and whatnot.
It
Mind you,
is.
It
It's
is though.
disrespectful.
no,
yeah.
and it
So
seems
if I
relevant.
may, now that I was brought up in the conversation, sorry to interrupt. Real quickly, I have a link if it could be pulled up. Yes, it's in Spanish, but this is another example. So I want to push back on that notion. This, for example, is a documentation of indigenous rebellions in the northeast of Mexico during the colonial periods. Uh, in this particular book, you'll see, and this is from 1966, where you will see a lot of that, what was happening on that period. Now, let's grab that concept of they lost. Okay, first, the process of colonization lasted, of the presence of Europeans here lasted 400 years out of the last 600. Hmm? Out of those 600 years, the last 200 to 248 years, Western Hemisphere became systematically and completely independent. United States, Haiti, República Dominicana, 7 countries in Central America, all the countries in South America. Yes, there still are aspects of colonial control happening not only in the Commonwealth. That just recently Barbados left the Commonwealth. Very interesting history right there. But also, for example, one of the last countries to become independent in South America was Suriname, 74. But then I would question, did we actually lose? No, we didn't lose. We survived. We became parts, integral parts of today's modern day democracies and republics that everybody talks about. We became those beacons of showing the monarchies of Europe can be defeated, and they were defeated.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the fighting spirit of the indigenous, right? Now,
No,
obviously,
it's not the fighting spirit, it's the fact of history.
no,
We
no.
are independent nations today because of that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we also can't ignore world events that were occurring in Europe. Like when a lot of the colonies separated from Spain, Spain was invaded by France. They were struggling over there too. Yeah, it all plays its part. It all fits in together, right? My point is this: I'm aware of the fighting spirit, right? I was reading a book recently,
When was
right?
Spain invading France?
France invaded Spain when Mexico gained its independence.
No, France invaded Spain. Spain didn't invade
That's what I
France.
said.
No, you said Spain invaded France. That's what you said.
No. Well, I meant to
So
say
so
France
I
invaded
asked you a
Spain.
question. I said, why did Spain invade France?
No,
But
no,
go
no,
ahead.
no, no. But
Go ahead.
I
Go
was
ahead,
saying
bro.
I was saying that France invaded
Okay,
Spain when
bro.
Spain
All
was
right. All
busy.
right. All right. All right. Go ahead.
So anyway, my point is this: I'm aware of the fighting spirit of the indigenous and I guess the survival skills. I was reading a book where in Mexico alone, in the north, the border area, the borderlands, right? The the Indians with the natives with the featherheads as we imagine them were still giving them hell up until the 1890 1900s, and then it kind of waned off. But yeah, I'm aware of it. But nonetheless, Latin America is a Spanish speaking continent. They it is what it's okay, man. We're a beautiful people, and destiny has decided where we are today. And now it brings me to here on NAC's channel to talk to you, good man. I appreciate y'all having me. I hope that I didn't upset too many of y'all. It's my opinion. What do I know, right? You guys be safe, brothers. Take care.
You
All
too,
right,
Wicked.
all right, peace, bro.
And if I may, I wanted to just throw a question here. I'm sorry, with that, not a coincidence. I know we wanted to talk about this guy OTK, and suddenly we went back into the whole subject. But for a future program, I think it will be something extremely interesting, and I propose it on the table to invert the conversation and ask what happened to Europe after the majority of the colonies that they had here, the British, the Spanish, the Portuguese, etc. What happened to Europe? What were the economic, social, and political impacts of the processes of independence here, from the late 1700s up till the beginning of last century? No one has actually talked about that, and it's extremely interesting conversation, because then it would show that them losing the colonies signified the rebellions that happened, for example, in France, that signified Napoleonic era, that signified the fall of many of the empires that seemed impossible to fall, the isolation of Britain, for example, then the beginnings of last centuries, the First and Second World War had a lot of influence because of those things that were happening prior. And it's a conversation that people seem to forget to have. I don't know. I'm just putting
Nah,
that on the
that
table.
I haven't seen that angle really talked about a lot. That would be an interesting conversation to see the effects of them losing, um, you know, losing their stronghold, how they had it, how it affected their economy and shit like that. Yeah. But Vino, you back? Sources?
Yeah, the link in the chat.
So this link is supposed to tell us what about Balboa?
It's gonna give us a description. I'm trying to find the other link where they saying that
Is it a
they,
description from Balboa?
yeah, it's a description from Balboa on page 24, 124.
Hold on. Give me a second.
But with this other one that I'm trying to find, okay, yeah, he say, okay, yeah, we found them here, and they
No.
got
We
two
don't. No.
nations.
We don't need you to. We don't need you
Oh
saying
no,
anything.
yeah, they
We're gonna
got two
pull the
nations.
source up.
They
We're
got
gonna
two
pull the
nations.
source up,
Okay,
Vino, and let the
that's
source
cool.
speak to us.
That's cool. But just like I say, that one's gonna say that they found the Negroes. The other one I'm gonna pull up is saying that they was going. It was two nations going east and west, and then the other one gonna say that they
Vino,
think,
we don't need commentary.
yeah,
We're
that
going
they,
to pull
yeah,
the
we're gonna
sources up,
commentary.
and we're
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to let the
we're
evidence
gonna bring
speak.
up the sources and
We're not
everything.
going to let Vino speak. We're going to
Yeah,
let
we're
the
gonna,
evidence speak.
yeah, let me.
So you said what page? Because this says discoveries of the world from the first original unto the year of our Lord 1555. Oh, okay. I thought it said something else. What page?
124.
124.
Now I'm still trying to find the other one where they was, where they was talking about the situation also.
What's interesting is I'm seeing that this book is in English and in Portuguese. And it, since I can read and understand Portuguese, you may have a hard time proving your point right there.
Just saying, that's what they saying.
124. All right, I'm still on page.
So you got at least start in on 123 right here. And this isn't Vasco News, but okay. Mhm. So you gonna read it for us? Can you see it?
Who, me?
Yeah, this is your source. You're not gonna read it?
Nigga said free.
Oh, you want somebody to read it for you?
No, I'm just saying, niggas can read. I mean, in the year 1513, Balboa hearing speech news of the South Seas determined to go through, and it's and his company dissuaded him from going to the action, but being a man of good value, he was sold on it.
No, with valor, with those soldiers.
Hold on, but let me take off the comments off my thing because I can't see the stuff over
Hold
here.
on. I'm in page right now, 122. They're talking about Cristian de Acuña, Alfonso Albuquerque, who went into Mozambique, the death of King Philippe. All right, let's see on 123. Where does the description of
So
Balboa,
124.
Núñez de Balboa, talk about in the year of 1509, when Diego López de Sequeira went out of Lisboa, Lawrence continued his voyage of Mozambique. No año de Canches, no más de agosto, partió triste de Acuña para India. Alfonso de Albuquerque.
Hey, well, let me go get this other source so we can go and put this together. Hold on.
No, finish reading this. Finish reading this, Vino. Let him finish
Okay.
reading it.
That they had being 290, he resolved to put himself into that jeopardy. He went therefore from during the first day of September, carrying some Indians of the country with him to be his guides, and he marched on what the land, sometimes quietly, sometimes in war, and in a certain place called Curica, he found Negroes captured with curly hair, and never up to that time were others seen or known until now in all parts of New Spain, Golden Castle, and Peru.
That's it.
Okay, so what I'm saying,
So he had
with the other one
Indians.
that
So
I'm gonna
look,
bring up,
No, no, no,
hold
no,
on.
no, no. Don't
with the
not
other
what you
one that I'm
saying.
gonna
What
bring
does the
up,
source say about this description?
So hold on. First,
he
we
said he
have
found
Indians.
Negroes.
Hold on. He has Indians as his god, so he knows who the Indians are.
Right.
Then he goes to another place, Carica. He found Negroes captives. So these Negroes was already slaves.
Nah, wasn't no slaves over there. They just got over there and found that area. They was over there discovering that
So
area.
where does it
They
say that
wasn't
they was
settled.
there? How are they there already?
Yeah, why and where does it say that in this paragraph? Where'd
Okay,
you get it
so
from? No, 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 no. Don't okay so me. Where
man, I'm
did you
telling you,
get what you
just
just
like
said
I
from?
told you, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna bring up that source where they say,
No.
okay,
Where
I'm
did
gonna
you get
bring
it
up the
from?
source where they say that
So you
it
don't
was two
have it.
nations.
So
Yeah,
you
I
don't
do
have
got
it.
it. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up just like I brought this up.
Yo, not a coincidence.
But what
Keep reading this source, bro. Keep reading this
they
source.
saying,
Watch
but
what it
what
do
they
to him.
okay, but what they saying is
No,
that
no,
it
no,
was
Vino,
one
no.
nation
We don't
going.
need your
They
commentary.
saying
We
it's
don't
one
need your
nation going to
commentary.
the east, and they saying it's one nation
Vino,
going to the
we
east.
don't need your
And then
commentary.
on
Just
another
hold
book that
on.
I'm a
We don't need your commentary. You said that you were giving us
okay,
a
well hold
source
on.
that was going to describe
It did. It said they
Balboa
found
was
Negroes.
no. Listen, man.
What you mean
You
though?
said that you said you was bringing us a source where Balboa was describing who he saw. So
He
we
said they had
need to
curly hair.
read. No. Do you listen? Do you understand the question that I asked you? Did you understand it? You
Okay, let
act
me go
like
get
you
the other
did. So
pieces
you
so
went
we
to
can
go.
put all this together.
We want his description of who he saw. You gave us the first source. Now you're vacating that source to
I'm
go
not
somewhere
vacating.
else.
I'm bringing it all
Okay.
together because it's talking
No,
about
you're
this.
not. You can't
It's
do
talking
that.
about
No,
this.
that's not how you do that.
Yes,
The
yes, that's how we're
source.
gonna do this.
Okay.
It's how we're gonna
No,
do
that
this.
is not how. That's not how that works. You can't go
Why we
cherry
can't piece
picking
it
around
together?
shit to make your argument. That is
No,
not
I'm
how
not.
that
It's talking about
works.
the same people.
No, it's not.
Okay, hold
Okay,
on. But
so
let me
can
go
we?
get it
No, no,
real
no.
quick. Hold on.
Vino. Yeah,
Let me
you
go
go
get it
do
real
that. We
quick.
gonna read
All
your
right.
source. We gonna read your source. God damn, this ain't that difficult, bro. You made a claim. We're trying to get you to substantiate it. You can't because he already made distinctions between the Indians and the Negroes, and now it's a whole nother problem.
One quick moment to contribute to this. Could you share the screen I just did? Because if it's talking about the trip of Balboa in Panama, to him discover not discover, but to encounter the Pacific, this is the route he took. And the translation, as you can see here, this is Panama. Right on the north is Costa Rica. Right on the south is of Colombia. So he went from Santa Maria to Careta. He did a detour to San Miguel, Tumaco, and Costa Rica. So the interesting part is the moment he says that he exited Careta and was already advancing most possible to San Miguel, because this point doesn't tell us exactly the route he was taking. It just tells us, and I quote, he went therefore from Darien from the first day. Darien is the part right here on the bottom, kind of like near the where the Viaje de Vasco Núñez de Balboa is. The Darien is right there, that part. So how the hell is this point talking about? He went therefore from Darien the first day of September, carrying some Indians of the country with him to be his guides, and he marched outward the land, sometimes quietly, sometimes in war, meaning he was either chill or he met somebody he wanted to kill, he killed. And in certain place called Careca, which wasn't Careca, the actual term that was used is Careta, not Careca. Careca is Portuguese, not Spanish.
Well, you know what's so crazy about that word right there, correcta? They say it means dirty face.
No, what I'm disputing to you is that the description right here only tells us what he said he saw. And go back to my original argument. Why should we give that entire validity? Yeah, that's what he reported, but I give 10 bleeding hells about what Balboa described, because at the end is his own bias and his own ignorance describing something that he couldn't describe in a more objective sense. So if your point here on page 124 is that he found Negroes captured with curly hair, that doesn't tell us anything in any way, shape, form, or manner. It's that it only tells us that he described what he found as what he could only describe it as. To think that all indigenous had straight hair is also absurd. There were curly hairs here. Again, see where I'm trying to get? Am I being too obtuse, or is everybody understanding me what the point I'm trying to make here?
No, I understand. Vino, do you understand?
No, he don't understand because he claimed that the source he claimed that the source is describing what he's saying. Balboa saw something. So what did Balboa see? He said Negroes and Indians. So now he has to go find where he gives a more descriptive analysis of who he saw. And when he does that, we go right back to the point that he's going to show us Negroes and Indians. And in the account that he's going to give us, depending on the date is going to substantiate that this is a period where they were already bringing Negroes into this mother freaking place. They are passengers. They're not here. They don't have their own tribes. This is not who he's seeing. Every time it comes back down to comprehension. You can't give us your interpretation of something you fail to understand. What is Balboa saying? Descriptive or non-descriptive? I don't give a damn. What is he saying? He ain't saying what you're trying to get him to say. And you can't make your own interpretations of that. You have to give it the way that he delivers it. And it is up to us to substantiate what is it that he actually said. And who did he actually see? And you keep carrying this argument from one channel to another channel to another channel, all the while you mixing and matching shit. And now you searching for something that ain't there. We asked you for Balboa's description of who he encountered. So let me ask this question. The first question is, when did Balboa reach the Americas? What was his description of who he saw? Did he make clear distinctions between the natives or the Indians or the Aboriginal, or however you want to list them as, and the African? Did he say they even resembled the African? These are research questions. When you are trying to use someone as an argument to substantiate your belief, you have to challenge your belief by asking questions to refute your belief. And if the evidence doesn't refute your belief, then you no longer have a belief. You have the evidence to substantiate your position. I don't think people understand how evidence works. This is the biggest problem that we have with these people. They don't know how evidence works. They know how cherry picking works. They know how they can go and, well, he says this or he says that. So what? That goes back to our brother Dixon's point. So what? That goes back to Cujo's point. So what? Yeah, but so what? But really, who is he really describing? And it's not who they say. So this is the 15th time where we done pull somebody's sources out in the last few weeks, and the descriptive argument is there. This is Ling Ling 2.60. Not reading the whole damn source, trying to partially argue shit and make it something that it ain't. And he dropped off, by the way. So y'all not hearing him because he dropped off to go look for the other source that he says is going to substantiate this source. Where he ain't even made a clear argument with this source.
Nothing he gonna get agrees with him, Sean. We know that already. And
You said it that. So what? Like, so what? What they got to do with you? I mean, so what? If you found it, so what? And?
Yeah, but he's trying to use that source to prove to argue it, to say that he's been here and he can't do that. That's not how it works.
He clearly didn't say I saw another group of Indians who looked like Negroes. They had curly hair, and this was another group of people in America. He certainly, I mean, I want to see, where that quote comes from, like the quote.
We ain't got that quote. We were supposed to get the quote on page 124. What did 124 say, Nabi? I told you we should have just read it.
I'll go back to let me see. So it said that he had been 290 He resolved to put himself into that jeopardy. He went there from Darien the first day of September, carrying some Indians of the country with him to be his guides, and he marched outwards the land, sometimes quietly, sometimes in war, and in a certain place called Carica, he found Negroes captives with curled hair, and never up to that time were others seen or known until now. In all these parts of New Spain, Golden Castile, and Peru, this Balboa came to the site of the South Sea on the 25th day of the said month, and on St. Michael's Day came on into it, where he embarked himself against the will of the Chiapis, who was the lord of the coast, who wished him not to do so because it was very dangerous for him. But he, desirous to have it known that he had been upon these seas, went forward and came back again to the land in safety. And he returned with great content, bringing with him good store of gold, silver, and pearls, which they took, for which good service of his Don Fernando the king greatly favored and honored him. Right. This goes into somebody else.
Yeah, but look at it. Look, no, go back to it. Look what it says. This year, this year, 1513. See, that's what I'm saying. Chronology matters. This year, 1513, in the month of we know it says month now of February, Alphonsus de Albuquerque went from the city of Gao by Aden towards the Strait of Mecha, which is Mecca, with 20 ships. Or pause. So in 1513, it's telling us that Alphonsus de Albuquerque went from a city in West Africa, Gao, if that's his relation, until we can map it out and find out, because it's saying by Aden, towards the Strait of Mecca with 20 ships that arrived in the city of, which we know they weren't on the Sahara, so it's got to be somewhere descriptive. So we got to be specific about their location. Goa, it's not Goa, and the Strait of whatever Mecha or whatever he mentioned in there. We got to map that. They arrived at the city of Aden and battered it.
Mecha is the Strait of Mecha or the Red Sea.
Okay, I see it right there. Okay, boom, boom. Yeah, right to the footnote to the right. Damn. All right. So and passed forward, entered into the strait. They say that they saw a cross in the element and worshipped it. So now they talking about religion. They wintered in the island of Cameron. This was the first Portugal captain that gave information of those seas and of that Persia being things in the world of great account. So we know that they're in Africa or Middle East area because they're dealing with all of that. Then it says 1514, and who are they talking about? The Portuguese. So in 1514, in the month of May, there went Saint Luca, Pedro Arias de Alio, if I said that correct, at the commandment of Don Fernandez. He was the fourth governor of Castilla del Oro of Golden Castile, for so they named the countries of Darien, Carthagena, and Reba, and that the country which was newly conquered and brought under government, he carried with him his wife, the Lady Elizabeth, 1,500 men and 7 ships, and the king appointed Vasco Nunez de Balboa, government of the South Sea and of the coast. So now we're learning all about Balboa bullshit, but this is over in the old world and not in the new world. So we still ain't even got a description of him coming into the new world yet. When people was already here in the 1490s. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
when did he first come in the 1490s? You saying?
No, I'm saying people came in the 14. Columbus came. But
But when
Balboa ain't coming into the 1500s.
yeah, he's damn near 20 years late.
Right.
So why
And
wouldn't
he
he?
still ain't gave us a clear distinction.
So we know that Negroes came with Columbus. We know black people came with Columbus, right? So 20 years
Mm-hmm.
from now, why wouldn't somebody who's coming to explore expect to find, they would expect to find some white people, right? So why not some Africans?
And he clearly said that he didn't find them anywhere else.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
I
you
remember.
mad low,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cujo. I try to turn you up.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm on
You might be too far from the mic or something. But I want to hear what you had to say though. Oh, you might be fixing it.
Scroll down something not to see.
If Vino
Keep
didn't,
going. Keep going.
he didn't know what he was doing.
No, and he didn't read this shit either, because it ain't saying nothing that he's saying.
Why are they always bringing us stuff that it's a clear distinction? One is Indians, one is Negro. Why do they always do that?
Because they don't know. Keep going. Keep scrolling
They don't know
to the
what
next.
the hell they be reading.
All right. Hold on. Discovery. Look at discoveries of the Spaniards. But again, still, this ain't giving us. Keep going. This ain't even getting. We ain't even in fucking the Americas, bro. 1515. We ain't even in the Americas. Keep going. Punta. Hold on. Where is Punta? Into Punta de Borica. What is that? Ditto. What is that?
It says Panama. It says
Panama.
Punta
No,
de
that's Punta Orica is Panama.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we get a description.
And people, the city of Panama, yeah.
Yeah, so now look, it was the year 1515 in the month of May. Alfonso de Albuquerque, governor of India, sent from the city of Ormez one Fernando Gomez de Lemos as an ambassador into the Czech or Sheikh Ismail, king of Persia. It is declared that the traveled into 300 leagues, and that is a pleasant country like into France. The Czech or the Shah Ismail went on hunting and fishing routes, yada yada yada. This is still not where we are when we talking about Panama. So 1516, 100 years after taking the Cuenca Barbaria, Lopez with some
If
bullshit.
sorry to interrupt, just to quickly share so people have a perspective where Punta Borica is. I have a rough map so everybody has the idea. Um, as you can see, that's the um,
Pacific side.
Pacific north side of Panama, right on the border of, well, up here is my country, Costa Rica. So yeah, Punta Borica is right there.
Mm. So he's still in Spain. And they talking about China. 8 Mile sails of Portuguese of the Malayans. You see what I'm saying? He talking about everywhere else, bro. And he can't give us 124 wasn't the page, bro.
That wasn't the page he was looking for.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
99.9% of the time, the so-called evidence they bring up always ends up debunking them.
Always.
Yep.
Always.
Yeah, they died they source.
Anyhow, I do have to step off because tomorrow I have to go work, continue doing the things I do here. First, I really enjoyed here. I've subscribed. I like the video. And I'm going to write my email on the private chat. And whenever you need help talking about Central American Indigenous, also Afro-Indigenous or Afro descendancy in Central America, as well as part of Caribbean and South America, more than glad I'll be able to help. That's my area of work. And also, I just wanted to, so everybody gets So everybody is comfortable knowing I'm going to show something. But give me a second because I do have to cover one bit of essential information to make sure that people understand where I'm from. All right, let's see. I wrote the email, and if everybody could just look at the camera real quickly. I don't know if you could see it right there.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. República de Costa Rica. This is the ID. This is the document that proves that not only am I a citizen, but I was also born. The thing I'm trying to cover is my my social security number here, but you could see there that I was born in the Hospital Central de San Jose. I'm this document that proves I'm from here. You can't get this unless you are born here or naturalized here.
Yeah, appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, have a good night, man. Come back anytime, man.
Thank you.
Please.
And then, as my people say, Beshko woblaba. That means walk with your eyes open. That's how we say see you later. Ekele Beshko woblaba. See you later, walk with your eyes open.
Peace, bro.
Peace.
Hey, so real quick, Ricardo, before recently, America printed your social security number on your ID, your student ID and driver's license and IDs. Up until somewhere in the 90s where they changed it, started removing it because people were doing identity theft type shit. So yeah, the socials used to be on it. So all right, so now you had to go back further than that to find but they still in Africa though, bro. Look, they talking about the Gibraltar Straits. He went there for a day on the first day of September, carrying some Indians into the country with him to be guides. That was the last one you went to.
That's the one we read before. Yeah, they only mentioned the Negroes 3 times. Yeah, but they're telling them right here that they got them from Africa well before they even
Cape Verde. Discovered Cape Verde.
46, right? Yeah, they're talking about Cape Verde. What does it say? Where he took certain Negroes and not contented there, where he went forward and discovered Cape Verde. Yeah.
So Vino is back. He should be learning, man. You listen. You gonna die, boy.
Vino is back. Let me see.
Man, let me go on this school. Hey, this is crazy. Hey, so just like how y'all trying to say that they was bringing over Africans and stuff like that, they wasn't in Panama at that time. The only Africans they was bringing, they was in
Do you understand the
Hispaniola in
source that you
Cuba.
provided? Do you understand the very first
Yes,
source
I
that you provided?
understand. They said that they
Oh no
found
no no
some
no!
Negroes.
Hold on. So was there a distinction made between the Negroes and the Indians in the source that you provided? Yes or no?
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to show you on this next one.
Bro,
Hold on,
was it?
before we get to the next one, because what you need to understand is they was already dealing with Negroes, like your source even says. They've been dealing with these people that they call Negroes since they brought Adahu back. Well, I forgot how long he was in. Maybe a year. I forgot, but they went back and got
more in the 1400s.
Yeah, so they captured him in 1441, brought him back to Portugal for a while, then brought him back, and that's when he got the introduction into the Negroes. Because they consider Adahu a
Yeah,
more.
but they weren't bringing them to the new world like that.
Yeah,
It was
they
only
was
a
with
few that
them,
was
bro.
coming.
Oh, it was with them. They was with them.
Yeah, but they wasn't. The ones they was bringing wasn't running off. They was like soldiers and shipmen, and they had certain type of
Bro,
trades. They wasn't
not
no foremen,
everybody.
What does that say to that? What does it say to that?
and they wasn't no gold miners at that time either.
No. Where does it say that at? First of all, no one in Africa was really just digging or mining for gold like that. And well, they were, but it wasn't in the sense of how they had to do it for manual labor or forced work in the Americas. Once the Europeans discovered that they had a technique for mining for gold, they used them in the New World for that. So,
Nah,
because
man.
yes, they
Nah,
did,
they didn't
because
have
the
no
Indians
technique,
could,
man. They didn't
they
have no
didn't,
technique, man.
they didn't.
Nah, what
So,
it
so
was,
okay.
just like the
Hold
conquistadors,
on, time
they
out, time
approached
out. No, no,
you.
no, 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 no. Hold on. So I said they had a technique for mining for gold. That's a claim that I made that I can substantiate it. The problem is you said that they didn't. So now you're claiming that they didn't have a technique for mining for gold.
I'm saying
Do
the first
you do no no no
Negroes that
no
was okay,
you tried
yeah,
to dis
okay,
you tried to
okay, but I was
dismiss
wrong about
it.
them having the techniques. I was wrong about them having techniques.
He was
But what
wrong
I'm
about them
saying
not
is that,
having black people.
but what I'm saying is that they was using Negroes that they was conquering over there in their area when they first started doing the
No,
gold mining.
no. Stop. They didn't conquer any Negroes over there. They conquered
They
Indians.
did conquer these
So
Negroes right here.
look. 1501. Can you see the screen?
Uh huh.
In 1501, it says by 1501, enslaved blacks raised in Spain were already seen as convenient.
Ladinos.
They're from Africa. Listen, already. So I'm telling you, they already was with black people,
They
and they
wasn't
brought.
coming.
When they
Oh
be
my
quiet.
God.
Listen, just listen. When they came here, when these Spanish and Portuguese, when they came here, they brought them with them, just like this. It says by 1501, enslaved blacks raised in Spain were already seen as a convenient labor force for the Spanish uh, colonization of the Americas. But
They didn't
non-Christian
even have
blacks
no.
were
They
banned.
didn't even have that many settlements back then in 1501. They didn't even start with these other settlements until
Yeah,
like
but bro. So when we get
1509,
so
1508,
Stop making
no.
more claims.
Listen.
1513.
Stop making
Stop it.
more
They were
claims.
stop it.
Stop.
That you wrong
Stop.
saying that
Stop. Gino,
1501.
chill out. The point is, by the time we get to 1513, Negroes is there already for a decade now and some
Okay,
change.
so let me show you what they saying or what they trying to say or what they thought because in the description it said thought. It
There ain't
said
no
thought.
thought.
Okay, let me just show you what they
They're
said. Hold
telling
on.
them that they're giving them permission. Say, yeah, send them.
Bring it up. Bring it up
To
in
work.
the. Okay, man, it's in the chat. Bring it up. 286.
Do you understand what I just showed you? You
Okay,
cannot deny
bring.
that there was no Negroes there, so the Negroes had to be from America. When I'm showing you the Spanish talking about,
And I'm first to
it's
show
so
you that they
sending
saying
Negroes
that
over
there
there
was two
now.
nations over there. They ain't raising two nations from 1501 to 1513. Stop it, man.
You don't even know. You
Stop
have to
it.
shut the fuck up and learn, bro. You
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
know when
telling
you're
you
being
what they saying
corrected.
in the book. If
No,
y'all can
you
show
just
my
use the
link.
primary source, nigga, and you denying a primary source.
What you
Don't
mean?
make
I'm
no damn
telling you.
sense.
What you mean? The primary source is telling me what that 1501 what?
So you didn't hear anything I said.
I'm telling you that I got the source where they say where they was already a nation going east and west. How the hell they gonna be a nation going
No,
east
you
and
don't
west?
fucking
How
know
the
what
hell
you're
they gonna
talking
be a
about.
nation? How the hell they gonna be a nation going
Let me
east and
just
west in
read.
1513 and they just
All
brought them
right,
in 1501?
all right, chill out. This is in 1501, right? And no, they didn't just come. They was always coming. But this is
No, they
in
wasn't. They
1501.
had
Listen,
stopped them from coming.
no, listen,
But keep looking on there. But keep looking
Oh,
on there.
look,
They had stopped
it
them from
says
coming.
this is the translation. It says that no converts or heretics or Moors or Jews go to the Indies. May black slaves or slaves that have been born under the power of Christian be allowed to go. Also, since we must with great care attempt at the conversion of the Indians. So now we have the distinction between black and Indians to our holy Catholic faith. And if persons were to go there who are suspicious as to their faith, this could pose some impediment to the said conversion. You will not allow or cause to go there either Moors or Jews or heretics, or reconcile ones or persons newly converted to our faith, except if they were black slaves or other slaves who have been born under the power of Christians, who are our subjects and natives.
And let's
not
go back to that
about
picture. Just like I say, because this is all going to circle back.
the picture, man.
Because I'm finna put y'all in this fence. This is all going to go back to that picture where
You
they
guys
was
don't
naked on
understand
that
nothing.
picture where they said that they was the Negroes over there doing the mining. They was naked.
Yeah,
And I
and they
told
said
you
that they got the
that they
Negroes from
wasn't
Africa.
bringing over no naked because they had to be Christianized in the Christianized world.
Bro,
You can't
the
be
word.
walking around
No,
naked. They
no,
looking
no.
at that like poor life.
Hell,
Yeah, they
hell no.
clothing them. They clothing them. They Christians.
Terrible.
Terrible. So you telling me that so you telling me that the Africans was walking around naked in Spain before they brought them over?
They're not naked, bro. So I don't even know why you
But I
saying
was
that.
talking about the picture as far as going back to that picture because it's all gonna come around. Just like I
They're
said, Sir
are
Francis
they
Drake,
chilling or are they chilling or are they working?
they was working on the gold mine.
Okay, so you want them to have on suits while they working? What you want them to have on? It's probably
Uh,
hot. It's probably hot there, right?
my God, man, come on, man. They got clothes on and all the other pictures. Yeah, they got some drawers on and something on in all the other pictures, right?
So how many other pictures you got of them in the gold mine with clothes with fully clothed?
No, I didn't say fully clothed. I said they had some clothes on.
They
They
wasn't naked,
wasn't.
bro. Stop
They
saying that.
wasn't. I'm saying they wasn't naked like they was with the Balboa, and this is all gonna come back to that same area where they said they found the Negroes, and Balboa
All right,
said
so do
that
you
they was.
understand by the time Balboa gets there, there's already Negro slaves there?
And I'm telling you that he said that the Negroes in that area said they've been beefing with these people for a certain amount of time, and it goes back
Yeah, because
before
they've been running
1501.
away.
It
They've
goes
been
back
running
before
away.
1501. The time go back before 1501.
What page, man? This is ridiculous.
It's 286. Mm-hmm.
And what's it supposed to say?
It's describing what they said. They thought they was Ethiopians that a ship had wrecked.
Oh, this is the shit Vasa was talking about earlier, man. You mad late.
Yeah, them niggas was
Yo,
already done. I told
he
you that
keep doing this, bro. He keep
them niggas
fucking the
said
source
they
up.
had
He
them
don't
niggas
know
said
what he
they had
talking about.
they said
Yo,
they had
Dio,
a
you
they
don't know
said
what
they
you
had a
talking about,
nation
bro.
going east
You
and
don't know
west.
what you talking about.
It said they had a nation going east and west. How the hell they gonna get a
Nigga, he
goddamn
ain't saying
nation
it was
and
black
y'all
people
niggas saying that
already
they
here, you
brought them
dumbass nigga. He never
and
said
they
that. So why you
Negroes
lying?
and they label them Negroes.
No, you're lying again.
What you mean? He just labeled them. He just said he found Negroes.
No, he didn't.
He did just say that in the book. So you just come on, man. Don't be blind now.
Where is the
I know you
source?
beat on right now. I just showed you
Where?
this
No,
source.
you
Hold on.
no, nigga. You don't want to beat on. You can't even fucking comprehend.
I just
You
showed
brought
you
up a
the
whole
source where it
source that
says
didn't even say
Negro,
what you said and
and then
said.
I got the other source in the thing if he bring it
Okay,
up, but you
bet
know
a
it's gonna hang
$1,000 he
y'all.
don't say what you just said. I bet you $1,000 he don't say it.
It's gonna say that they thought they was
No, I
Ethiopians
bet
in
no
the
no no no
shipwreck.
no. Bet me $1,000. Bet me $1,000 it don't say what you just said.
I bet you $1.
No, bet me $1,000. How confident are you in your source, nigga?
Yeah, nigga, I can read. Just pull up.
No,
Just
you
pull
can
up. It's
you
right.
can
It's right
read,
there
but
in
you
the
can't
chat.
comprehend.
It's right
You
there in
can't
the
read
chat.
or comprehend.
Okay,
Ain't
okay,
no
bring
fucking
it
way
up.
you finna tell me you can read. No, you can't
Bring it
read
up.
or comprehend.
I'll let the people determine. And then I'm gonna go get another one. And then I'm gonna go keep going getting another one. What I'm talking about.
What page you said?
I said 286.
286.
Did you read the footnote on that page?
I'm
That's
just saying
referencing what you're
286.
talking about
Just,
on
I'm
286.
saying 286. Let's look at it. The peoples.
All right.
Start up a little
Oh,
bit, Nat.
yeah, of course. We can't start right here. We gotta at least go to the beginning of the paragraph. Or you want to go further up, Jay?
And they been warring with them?
Hold
Stop it,
on.
No,
man.
that's good. That's good. Where it says the natives worship no other god than the sun, who is the master and alone worthy of honor. Nevertheless, they accepted instruction and they will rapidly adopt our religion. when zealous teachers come to instruct them. Their language contains nothing rough or difficult to understand, and all the words of their vocabulary may be translated and written in Latin letters, as we have already said was the case in Hispaniola. They are a warlike race and have always been troublesome neighbors. The country is neither rich in gold mines, nor does it possess a fertile soil, being mountainous and arid because of its precipitous mountains and the temperature is cold. And the chiefs wear clothes, but the bulk of the people are content to live in a state of nature. The Spaniards found Negro slaves in this province. There's a footnote. You want to wait to read the footnote?
Let's finish it out, then we can go to the footnote.
They only live in a region 1 day's march from Carequa, and they are fierce and cruel. It is thought that Negro pirates of Ethiopia established themselves after the wreck of their ships in these mountains. The natives of
right there.
The natives of Carequa carry on incessant war with these Negroes. Massacre or slavery is the alternate fortune of the two people.
It's over with.
Hold on, Vino. Let's just read this footnote real quick, and then
it's over with.
So
and that ain't
hold on,
even
Vino. Hold on. Almost done.
I got some more stuff for it too.
No, we're staying right here. Go ahead, Jay.
All right, so this is the footnote. It says, this mysterious fact has been asserted by too many authors to be refused credence. The author's explanation of the existence of these Africans in America is possibly the correct one.
So what was his assertion again? Hold on. Hold on, stop. What is his assertion though? What is his assertion though?
The fact is that they found them.
No, what is the assertion? No,
the
you can't
fact
change
is that they found them.
You can't change what the author says. So
that's
he's
they
saying
thought they putting on them. But what I'm telling you,
Vino, stop. They're saying that these people are shipwrecked from Ethiopia. Where's Ethiopia at?
They said they thought.
Now he misrepresented the source. The source is supposed to say what he said.
It's a thought.
One more time. This source is supposed to be your source.
Nigga, now do you know how to read? Now do you know how to read?
Hold on, time out.
Do you know how to read?
Hold on, time out. The only way we're gonna be able to speak without interruption is just pause this nigga.
This is crazy. Don't leave him back there too long. So.
I'm bringing him back. But my point is this. This is his source. Listen, he brought us this source, and now he's arguing against the source that he brought us. When clearly he didn't check the footnote, right? That is provided to us by Jay. Jay read the footnote. And it was a clear description that these people that he was referring to were from Africa. Because every person that they denoted as Negro, when they are describing these motherfuckers in these sources, are people of African descent. This is where the definition is directly linked to people of African descent in the Americas. They are substantiating it. This is the birth of how the word Negro transitions into denoting who our ancestry is.
Let him back
clearly. Yeah, come on back up. Yeah, come on. This nigga said the goddamn no nigga. Read the Jay. Can you read the footnote one more time for the brother, please?
No, say possibly.
No, hold on. We're gonna read one more time, Jay. Jay, please read the footnote for this brother one more time.
Yeah. So all right. So the footnote says, this mysterious fact has been asserted by too many authors to be refused credence. The authors.
Hold on, Jay. I can't let you go too fast, Jay. Jay, I can't let you go too fast. Pause, Vino. Just listen. He said something that you try to say it didn't say. It says, this mysterious fact. It didn't say an opinion. It didn't say a belief. No. Vino, V
The people
note.
didn't say that. The people didn't say
V
that.
note.
The people didn't
What
say
does
that.
the store V
Okay,
notes?
okay.
What
So let
does
me
the
bring up.
source
Okay, so let me bring up what
say?
Drake said. Okay,
So
so let me bring
no,
up
so
what Drake
now no
said
no 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 no
about
no
what
no.
the
We're
people
dealing
said
with
in that same
this
area about that same
source.
time, huh?
V note, we're
Niggas
dealing
is
with this
crazy. You
source that we're
done?
not done with yet. We're not
Y'all
done with this
done.
source yet.
Vino be running from his source so fast. That should be crazy.
I'm running from it. I'm gonna put it
He
all
be ready
together.
to tear ass.
Hold on, when I just showed the source, they said it was
Hold
Negro.
on, hold on,
Nigga
hold on,
told
hold
me
on.
that
Not a coincidence.
that's
Hold
not a
on, not a
Negro.
Oh yeah, we
coincidence.
didn't finish. My bad. We didn't
Hold on,
finish.
hold on, hold on.
Forgot that last sentence.
Okay, so it says this mysterious fact has been asserted by too many authors. So
Racist.
not only was it a mysterious fact, it's been asserted by too many authors to be refused
Yeah,
credence.
the church
That ki-
racist.
you
Come on.
cannot refuse the credibility of this source is because it's given by too
It
many
say
people.
possibly. It's not a
No, it
fact.
don't.
It say
Where does
possibly
this
right there.
in the very first fucking footnote? It
It say
says this
possibly.
was no, it don't. In the very
Oh my
first
God.
fucking
Man, this nigga running
footnote,
like this. That's
it
crazy.
says this mysterious fact has been asserted by too many people to be refused credibility. Then it says
The
the
racist.
author. Calm down,
Cause they don't want to
relax,
give us. Cause they don't want to give us
relax.
the.
This
Oh
is
my
your
God.
source. Why you uptight? You should be happy with reading your source.
I am.
The author's explanation of the existence of these Africans in America is possibly the correct one.
So your source
Now
says that.
hold on, Odyssey. Nope. On September 26, 1513, the men who accompanied him numbered in 66. So can you please go back up to point number 3, please, sir? We're looking for footnote number 3. Almost there.
The number two. That was number two.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, scroll down. It says from the village of Pancha to the spot where the Southern Ocean is visible in 6 days.
Oh, right
Ordinary
here.
march.
Right here.
Oh,
Leaving.
oh yeah,
Leaving.
you're right. You're right. The natives of Caracucha carry an incense war with these Negroes. So they war with the Negroes.
Yep.
So the pause, nigga. You telling
They
me
warm with
that
them. So they got
the
a good
natives?
relationship with them over
No,
there,
no, no,
huh?
no.
They got
No.
a good
So the
relationship with them over
natives.
there.
So
The
the
shit went in the
natives.
mountains.
This nigga can't even let you
Stop
speak.
it, man. Y'all niggas is crazy.
Vino, can we read your source, please?
Okay, thank you. It says the natives of Karakua carry an ancient war with these Negroes. So there's a description that the natives are fighting with the Negroes. Massacre or slavery is the alternate fortune of the two peoples. Which two peoples? The native and the Negro. So let's go. Leaving some of his companions who had fallen ill from the instant fatigue, well, I guess they're trying to say instant fatigue, and hardships to which they were not injured, at Caracuta, Vasco, led by native guides, marched toward the summit of the mountain chain. I don't understand how you come to this conclusion that they're making a description of these people as being these Negroes when they're clearly talking about fucking Negroes from Africa and the natives that were already there.
How you know they from Africa?
Cause your source says it.
It's a thought. It's a thought
No, they didn't
impossible.
say they thought. They didn't say
It
they
did
thought.
say go back up.
No,
Go
it
So
back.
hold
didn't.
on. So
No.
hold on.
It
Vino,
is thought.
Vino.
It is
Where
thought that Negro pirate scripts.
Vino, where does it say that they're from originally from America? Where does it say that? Where you getting
Cause
that?
that's where they found them at.
Just because they found them there?
That's where they found them at. And then I'm gonna go to the. And
So
then I'm
what
gonna go to
about
the.
all right, so what
Oh my
about the
God.
so, no, I got a question for you. So what about when the Indians, the natives, they came up on an encampment or a fort or whatever of these Europeans because they found them there? That makes them Aboriginal also? You don't think Native Americans stumbled upon Europeans?
Okay, so what I'm saying is that the natives, those
No, they
Negroes,
found them there though. They found
no,
them
the
there.
Negroes is saying that they been there beefing with them for 80 years since they
No, the
been got
Negroes are
there.
The
not saying
Negroes
that.
ain't said none of that.
Negroes
Yeah,
didn't say that.
man, y'all niggas just got done telling me that the Negroes wasn't there. I just show you this. I'm gonna show you some more shit, nigga.
No, we didn't
I'm
say
gonna
no,
keep
no,
showing you the shit, nigga.
no. If you show
I'm gonna
us,
keep
listen,
showing you.
from 1492, Negroes have been in America. So anytime past 1492, there's Negroes in America,
They didn't
and those
run off
Negroes
and
come from
build no
Africa.
nations, and they wasn't no first
Show
warriors.
us, show
The
us
fight with
Negroes in
them in Panama.
America. This is, you are just terrible, man.
Now
Your
you
source don't say shit. You're arguing with your source right now.
stop.
You are arguing with your
So
source.
you telling me that these is the same Ladinos, Christians that they brought over? Is that what you telling me?
What year is this?
Nah, you know what year it is.
What year is this? What year does it say that?
You know what we talking about. We talking between
No, what
14.
year is
We talking about okay, well this is 1513, but we talking
no,
about
this is not
between
1513.
that is 1513 or 1514. That's the year he found the Pacific.
No, we're not even talking about the same people.
This
This
is
ain't
the same
Balboa.
people.
This is not Balboa, bro.
This is the same. This is the same people. They just spelled the
Oh,
name different. It's the same area, Kirka. Nigga, they just spelled it different, nigga. Get on your shit. Wake up.
This is not Balboa's description,
It's,
sir.
it's the same people, nigga. I'll tell you what they
No.
spelled the Negroes.
Okay,
I
so you
want to know
even
what
did.
year
You
it is.
did then. You did because now there's multiple descriptions of Negroes and Indians. And they are clearly
Oh
making a
my
distinction between the
God.
Negro and the
Nah, y'all
Indians.
niggas said it wasn't no
So
Negroes here. Y'all said it wasn't no
who?
Negroes here.
Yeah, not until 1492, nigga.
We keep
Nah,
saying that.
these ain't them niggas. Them ain't them
This
niggas.
is not before
Them
1492.
is
Are
not
you
them
aware of
niggas.
that? This is not
These is
before
the originals.
Columbus.
This is
These
say
is
the
the
third.
OGs. These are the OGs from America.
Okay, so what year? What year was these Negroes in America?
They been here.
Okay, so where's your source say that? Hmm?
Okay. So now I'm supposed to go to my next source that's gonna say
No,
that
no, 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 no,
that's
no,
gonna
no, no,
talk
no, no,
about
no, no,
that's
no,
gonna be
no,
talking about
no,
this.
no.
What?
Where does this source say that these people are here? It's that simple, bro. Can you answer the goddamn question?
They found them there.
No, who found them? Who
The
is they,
Spaniards,
nigga?
the Spaniards found them
That is
people
not who
there.
the
It
Spanish
was a
found.
nation.
We're reading the
It was
Spanish
a nation
descriptions,
of
and it is
people.
not what the Spanish found.
It was
We
a
know
nation of
this.
people.
No,
Yeah,
Vino, that is not who the fuck they found. They made
that's
a
what they found.
description. They called
That's what
no,
they
they
found.
called the fuck Vino. Did they call these people natives? Yes or no?
They called them
Hmm?
Negroes.
So
No,
why
they
they ain't call
didn't.
them
They
natives?
said the natives.
Why they ain't
They
call them
called them
natives?
Negroes because they
Why
look
they
like
didn't call the
Negroes.
Negroes natives? No, why they didn't call the Negroes?
Because they had the curly hair.
No,
Because they
see,
had
there
the
you go
frizzy
again.
hair.
You fucking nope, you're fucking up again. Listen, bro. You have no integrity, nigga, because you should have said, I don't know, and you keep trying to argue the
I'm
fact.
telling
And when
you.
we
What
ask
you
you a
mean? I'm
tough
telling you.
question, you
I'm
can't
Man,
telling you.
why was they?
no.
Why they say they was on a ship that came from Africa? Why they say that?
Because they couldn't believe it was niggas over here.
That is not it, you dumbass nigga.
So
Because
that
they
means
brought the
that.
goddamn motherfuckers from Africa.
Them niggas
They know
definitely wasn't
exactly who
speaking
they
no
were because
African
they brought them.
because the Africans that was with them would have
They
been like,
brought
oh yeah, them niggas can speak the
They
language.
brought
Them niggas was from the land.
Vino. They
Stop it.
brought them.
They was
Look
from
They
how
the
we
brought
call
them.
y'all
land. Stop it.
Aboriginals.
No. No.
Aboriginals. You really reaching tonight, boy.
No, they was from the land. You see it right there.
Where's the source to say that they were from the land?
Now you
Where
wondering
is
if
it?
they
This source
from the
don't say
land,
that.
huh? I'm supposed to bring
This
up this
source don't say
Princess
that.
Drake where the Negroes say they been beefing with within the
Vino,
date.
every source,
Within the
every
date.
source that you told us to
Within
read,
the
it does
date.
not say that.
Within the
Listen,
hold on, it didn't say what?
no. Every source that you told us to read does not argue that these people been here. It makes a distinguishment between the people that have and were not here. The Spaniards are telling you The Spaniards found Negro slaves in the province. They found Negro slaves in the province. They're telling you. So who the fuck brought the Negro slaves? If we go back to the earlier chapters in the books and we're not cherry picking, we see that your chronology is fucked. Not a coincidence. If you clearly go up to the next chapter, you're going to find the date. The date is going to tell you what is going to earlier in the chapter is going to walk you right into what we've been saying this entire time. This is the third decade, not a coincidence.
Yeah, I've seen
This
that.
isn't the first one. This isn't the second one. This is the third decade. Now, we know that there has been 3 decades. How many years does it take for us to get to a goddamn decade? Anybody know the answer to that?
10.
Right. So this is 30 years after these motherfuckers already came to this bitch. V-Note, are you understanding? Look at the very, hold on, go back up, Nadacy. Look at the very first sentence. I had closed the doors of the new world. Most Holy Father, for it seemed to me I had wandered enough in those regions when I received fresh letters which constrained me to reopen those doors and resume my pen. Now scroll up from this chapter, please. No, not down. Back the other way. God damn, we know. Hold on, what does this say? The third decade. Keep going, not a coincidence. Because this is the second decade. Told you. This is the second decade. So why the fuck did he take us to the third decade? Keep going, not a coincidence. Let's go to the first decade now to see.
Yeah,
Can you scroll up to
way after Balboa. Balboa was dead by this time. I don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Hold on, slow down. These dogs were of great use to them in fighting with the Indians.
Yo, you
Didn't
brought that
wasn't
up.
that mentioned earlier? Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Don't run, V-Note. Stay right there. Finna let you back. Cause nigga, you finna tell me why they making distinguishments between the natives and the Negro in the second decade. In the first decade. Hold on, time out. Scroll back down, not a coincidence. Hold on, stop. It says from Crimea to the island of La Fueta is 50 leagues, after which the interests of the Gulf of Ureba, or whatever the fuck they trying to say, where the village of Santa Maria Antigua actually stands. So they on the islands. It is only 35 leagues. So Antigua and Uruguay is what they were trying to say. My bad. Okay, go ahead.
Your Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
They listening.
Yeah, damn, Pops is listening. I had unplugged out, and she was loud. Keep going, not see. Keep going. Get us to the first one. Just get us to the first one, bro.
Oh, no.
This nigga don't read, bro. There you go. Is that it right there? I think you passed it.
Nah, this still the second decade. Still in the second.
They got pictures, nigga. No, you passed it. There you go. You just passed it, bro.
I know this shit jumping.
And then you just click right there. So they in Cuba. Keep scrolling up, bro. Look how far back you gotta go, bro. 100 pages. So all of this is missing from this nigga's conclusion.
Yeah, he just skipped. They don't got no. They don't keep a chronology, man.
I told him that. When you talking about history, you gotta have a chronology, bro.
It's like once I showed him,
you can scroll up fast enough to see.
Once I showed him in 1501.
And this pictures too. You see them pictures that was in there? Stop. So go back down. Right here. Epilogue to the decade. Inigo Lopez Mendoza, Count of Tendilla, Viceroy in Granada. Okay, I have been prompted by the letters of my friends and the higher personages to compose a complete chronicle of all that has happened since the first discoveries and the conquest of the ocean by Columbus, and all that shall occur. Our correspondents were lost in adoration at the thought of these discoveries of the island inhabited an unknown people living without clothes and satisfied with what nature gave them, and they were consumed by a desire to be kept regularly informed. Asiano, whose authority never allowed my pen to rest, was degraded from the high position he accompanied when his brother Ludovico was driven by who is this? The French from Milan. I dedicated the first two books to the decade to him without mentioning many of the treaties I selected from the unedited memoirs. Simultaneously with his overthrow, I ceased to write. He, buffeted by the storm, he ceased to exhort me while my fever, what was that, fervor, or whatever that is, in the making inquiries a language. But in the year, he go to date, not a coincidence. What is the year?
1500.
1500. Cardinal of Aragon and nephew of King Frederick, who had accompanied the Queen of Naples, sister of the King Frederick, to Granada, sent me the letters to address me to the king himself, urging me to select the necessary documents and to continue the first two books addressed to Arsenio. The king and the cardinal already possessed the writings I had formerly addressed to Arsenio. You are aware that I was ill at the time, yet unwilling to refuse, I resolved to continue. Amongst the great mass of material furnished me at the request of the discoveries, I selected such deeds as were worthy to be recorded. So, real quick, it gives you the dates again, 1500 to 1510. So, the first of these three decades is in the 1500s. So, by the time that we get to the third decade, we are in the 1530s.
Yeah,
Vino, bring your ass back, nigga.
he finishes so. Word.
Bring your motherfucking ass back, nigga.
Well, listen.
Scroll down some more, let us see. Keep going. Hold on. All right, keep going. Even and sharp laces, a pointed head to fire, even the animals, insect, crocodiles. Okay, stop. It says, I am told there's not a single dangerous animal. Everything in the island, speaking of great mildness, with the exception of the Caribs or cannibals, of whom I have already spoken, and who have an appetite for human flesh. There are likewise different species of birds in many places. Bats and large pigeons flew about the Spaniards as go down some.
Oh my bad.
As soon as twilight fell, and then goes on to say, as the sea seized the Spaniards by the back, and nothing withstanding the presence of compass carried off high jumping into the sea with the victim, despite
Bugs.
the unfortunate unmanned shrieks.
So them bugs was fucking them up.
Yep. My point. Okay, now that we got Vino back.
We ain't got no
Vino.
point.
Oh yeah, we do.
Oh sure. How
And
much
the-
more
Check
you
this
gonna
out
be
though.
on? Because you know it's
But peep
about
this out though. Let me explain for you what a decade is. So you acting like you understand what y'all lost on that. That's 10 years, right? A decade is 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1492 to 1502 is the first decade, correct?
That's not where they started at.
Is that when Christopher Columbus got here?
Yeah, but he's doing the decades.
Okay, okay. Well, did they
He
say they
started in the
started with Christopher?
1500.
Did they say they
No,
started?
this author started in the
No. They
1500s.
said they started when Christopher Columbus got there.
No, this
They
author
talked about the
start.
1490s. They talking about the first voyage,
No,
and
it doesn't
they talking
say
about his first voyage.
1490s. No,
They talking.
the
Okay, when
author the
Christopher
author
Columbus get
said
there?
himself.
When
Listen,
Christopher Columbus get there?
yo, can you not see, bro? They said themselves in the 1500s. He's saying it right there on the screen. Why are you sitting here acting like this, talking about fucking Columbus, bro? They're not.
He
They talking
mentioned
about
him, but
Columbus
he
in this
said
video.
he's talking about the stuff after him.
No, they talking about Columbus in this book.
Bro,
They talking about.
he mentioned him. Look.
You
Oh
are
my
dumb.
God, man, this is crazy. This is crazy.
The first date
This
that
is
he
crazy.
gives, bro, he
So
says
why y'all even
1500s.
arguing that old weird shit like they in the third
Now
decade and
you
why they in
know
the third decade? You heard what
because when
Balboa was
he's
talking about with them
describing
people in the area.
something, when he's describing the
Oh
Negroes
my
and
God,
the
y'all
natives,
niggas is
he is
dancing.
clearly talking about an influx of what had transpired over 3 decades.
No, he's not talking about that. No, he's not talking about that.
The
He's
fuck
not
you ain't,
talking about that.
bro? He stated in the
They
third,
just
goddamn third.
discovered. They just discovered that area. They just
So on
discovered it.
page 280,
They
so on
just
page
discovered
284,
it. They
no, they
just
didn't.
discovered it.
No,
Balboa just discovered the area
no, oh, bro. In 1530,
in
Balboa ain't even
1513.
given a description.
Balboa found the
All
Pacific
right,
Ocean.
let's stop. Yo, no. Take him back to it. It says, I had dedicated the first 2 books of this decade to him. That's in the
God,
1500s.
this is crazy, man. This is crazy. This don't make no sense, guys. This is
It
the
don't.
craziest shit
It
ever
doesn't
right
make
here,
it
man.
doesn't make sense how
This
ignorant
the
you are, bro.
craziest shit
It
ever.
doesn't. It
I'm supposed
doesn't.
to put you in
It
another body
doesn't.
bag. Cause now I'm 5-0. But now peek this out. I'm finna put this other
You've
link
been
in there.
police, bro. You've been police.
What the hell?
You've been there. You've been there.
What you mean?
So
You
there's
always
no
throwing me in the back like the laws.
no. The only reason is because you don't listen. I'm sitting here and
You the
explaining
law.
something to you, and then you're acting like you can't hear it. So you got to remember, I ain't talking to just you, nigga. It's a whole bunch of people in
He's
the
trying to
audience
say
trying to
that because
hear.
somebody ran away in 1502, they built a nation from
No,
1502 to
no,
1513. And you talking about some people
no.
that ran away
Read what
in
he said. Not a
Hispaniola.
coincidence. Scroll back up. Scroll back up just a little bit to
That
that
was in
picture. Click on that
Hispaniola.
picture. Not a coincidence.
That's on the
Please.
island. That's on the
Hes
island. That's Hispaniola.
Esquianio. No. Let me remove Voss's point.
Oh my
Scroll down.
God.
What is
That
this
don't
image
mean
of? Not
nothing.
a coincidence.
They in a whole
What is
nother
this image
country.
of?
They in a whole nother country.
It looked like this guy Ascanio.
Yes,
My
exactly.
That's what it
my
looks
thing
like.
Exactly.
too. My thing too is the sources he keep bringing up only talk about very, very minute, small instances of Negroes. So if you're trying to prove that like y'all were already here in like a mass
Yeah,
amount,
they used them as slaves in the gold mines.
why? But
What the fuck?
why are your
Yeah, they
sources all talking about very, very like small, minute pockets of Negroes? And even your own source said that they didn't see Negroes anywhere else. So if y'all were all over the place populating the entire continent, why are they saying they only
you
see
acting like
a
they
few of y'all
seen
as slaves?
everybody in everywhere. They just
But this is
discovered
what
these
your story.
areas.
Do you realize this is
They
what your
just
source
discovered
said
these
though?
areas. Them niggas don't know everybody. What the fuck is y'all niggas talking about?
So you
They
arguing with
describing what
your
they
own
just
source.
seen.
Okay.
So every time they give
Y'all
a description
weird
of
ass
what they
niggas.
see, they
Okay,
make
so what I'm saying.
distinctions.
So what about when I
So
bring
look,
up when the dude
You
got the
can't. You ain't.
deeds and he got the different slaves and he's
so
saying that
Vino,
some is
No.
Negroes, but then he got one name that's as an
Read the
Indian and
screen.
named as a
Vino, look at
Negro.
the screen.
hold on,
Look at the
Vino.
screen.
You tried to make a point. You said, "Oh, there was one runaway. How they supposed to build a nation from
He
that?"
said that's
Listen,
what he said in the chat.
listen. That's not what he said. The
He
point
said
is, look,
1502.
in 1503, enslaved blacks began to resist slavery, particularly since they arrived.
That's on the island.
But this is not just a
That's on the island.
one
That's
off. This
not
is
even the same area.
everywhere.
So what you bringing that up for?
Because the point is that they're dealing with this shit
They
already.
not in that area.
Yes, they
That's a
are.
whole
This is
different
history
area.
of 1503.
Y'all
When they
niggas,
start,
that's a
bro,
whole different area. Y'all trying to tell me that some niggas that came over
you're
here
leaving
that was
things
in
out.
history? No,
You're leaving things out because when they
no.
go to these new areas, they bring black people with them, and then black people run away. They ran away everywhere they brought them to. They ran away.
And they
They
build
didn't
up a
just run away
nation
on
going east and
insane horse.
west.
But I'm showing you that they
And
already
they
had a
build up a
custom.
nation going, a couple of niggas build up, and they didn't say
There's
that.
plenty of
They said it was
maroons out. There
pirates.
was plenty
They
of
said it was pirates. They didn't say they was slaves. They said they was pirates, right?
Bro,
Because that's
that's
what
what
I
they
was standing
said.
on, right? Is that what?
That's what they said. Yes.
Okay, but they didn't say they were slaves. So what about that?
No, they did say they were slaves. They said they had them enslaved. What are you talking about?
They said they was captured.
What is that?
The Spaniards
Captured
found
a
Negroes.
war.
The Spaniards found
So you
Negro
talking about?
slaves in
So
this
you saying
project.
that it was never no slavery before the Spaniards got over there within them Indians?
Yeah, Indians, but they didn't have Negroes to enslave. So
Yeah. They was already over there.
yeah.
They was over there beefing with them too.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Don't hate them. It's
They
right
had them
there.
captive, brother.
I
They
know you
had them
can't
captive.
believe it.
You have
I know
no,
you
you
can't
don't have no
believe it.
comprehension, bro.
I know you
You
can't
don't.
believe it. I know
You
it's
know, I
hard to
keep telling you that
swallow.
you don't. I know you.
Darn it, fall up
Listen, I
another.
keep telling
Darn
y'all
it,
this
fall up
nigga's
another
dumb.
square.
Just
Darn it, fall
listen
up
to
another
him.
square.
He don't
It's gonna
even
be all
know.
right.
He don't even know. Listen, you brought us your source.
Yo, look,
Your
it says,
source don't say what the fuck you trying to say.
what does this say? What did that say? It says they found Negro what? The Spaniards found Negro what?
They found Negro slaves in the Providence.
Oh, I thought you said they wasn't slaves.
They not slaves.
But your
So why
source
is it
says
saying
they
they
are.
found slaves, nigga?
Why did your source
How
say
they
they are then?
slaves? Oh, but tell me how they slaves, but they pirates at the same time.
Dude,
Because it tells you what it says. It says it's
Tell me
telling
how
you
they
that they
slaves and
found.
pirates at the same time.
Read the sentence. Read
Yeah,
it.
because
Read
they
it.
already
Read it.
them with the
No, 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 no,
Aboriginals.
no, 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 no,
That's
no.
the
Stop. Read
racists.
it.
That's the
Read it.
racists. But
They
Read
said
they
it.
they
slipped
said
up.
that they went back
But
and
they
forth
slipped
against
up.
each other.
But they
And
slipped up. They
Read
slipped
the
up.
goddamn
This guy
source,
They
is
bro.
slipped
slow.
up.
they
This
slipped
guy
up.
is slow.
They
Yo,
slipped
Sean,
up.
how
So
long
Hmm?
they
you been
slipped
around
up, and
for?
I
you
got you.
figured it
Not
out.
too long. Not too long. Not
You
too long.
figured it out.
Honestly.
All right, cause it's past my bedtime, yo. I gotta be
Yeah,
able to
go
sleep.
ahead.
Yo, y'all be safe. Share, like the video. V Note, I know you punch drunk right now, but it's good talking to you. Everybody else that came in and did their thing, appreciate y'all. But yo, I'm out. Y'all be safe, man.
This nigga cannot read, yo.
Look,
It
he can't
clearly
stop
says it
laughing.
on the
He punch
screen,
drunk
bro.
right now. He punch drunk right there.
Yeah, it clearly tells you that the motherfuckers were slaves, yo.
So Sean, you gonna take over the screen, right, and everything. You
Oh,
good, right?
that's crazy, man. That's the
Yeah. So, oh shit. Really, you can end this bitch, bro, because he just refuted himself with his own two sources.
Yeah. Fuck it, we out of here, man. I gotta go to bed.
All right, you motherfuckers.
Sean don't want to deal with it right now.
Nah, bro, come kick that nigga ass out, bro.
Definitely gonna do
I
that.
end it. I end it. Yeah, go ahead. I end that shit.
Oh, you not ready to end it now?
Nah, go ahead. End your thing. You finna play this?
Yeah.
Yeah, get us out of here with that bump.
All right.
How the fuck y'all find an African in my fucking family, but y'all ain't find your own genealogy? Shut the fuck up. That don't make sense, for one. Listen, y'all don't know what y'all did.
Feel like you standing
And y'all lied on me, because y'all don't even know if that's me. And if y'all can trace that shit back to it's me, it's only 2 people in YouTube that got my information.
Yeah, he died by his own genealogy. You ain't an Indian, you ain't got a lot of me. Half of this track, best believe you lose a lot of sleep. Probably because you made it up to us honestly. You ain't a Cherokee, nope. You ain't a Chickasaw, nope. You ain't a Blackfoot, nope. Nigga, get lost. You just a fool with low comprehension. So I gotta come through with the henchmen. NAC, Sean P, Shy Son, Lucky. Don't forget forget Jay, got no time to play. Call that apple slipping with his genealogy. Now he's a con and I ain't talking about a singer. I'm coming for the top apple leader. He ain't a teacher, he's a preacher. He can't keep up, so we leave him. Yeah, he died by his own genealogy. You ain't an Indian, you ain't got a lot of me. Half of the track, best believe you lose a lot of sleep. Probably because you made it up to us possibly. You ain't a Cherokee, no. You ain't a Chickasaw, no. You ain't a Blackfoot, nigga get lost. You just a fool with low comprehension. So I gotta come through with the henchmen. NAC, Sean P, Shot Son, Lucky. Don't forget Jay, got no time to play. Call the apple slipping off his genealogy. Now he's a con. OTK. TKO. Now he's a con. OTK. He died. TKO. Genealogy.